And hello, Internet! Welcome to Land Beyond the Mist. I believe this is session 10. I can't be bothered to actually look at what I've written down, though, so welcome to session 10, or not. I'm glad to have you here. We have another cast ready to brave the mists once more, and it's a little bit later in the day on a weekend, so I'm just going to turn it over to them, and let's get ourselves started. Let us go around the table and give a quick introduction, as we always do, starting today with Koron.
Yep, I'm Koron. You've probably seen me around before. Today I'm bringing a new character due to the untimely demise of my last one. I'm bringing a Talise McLeese who got kicked out of the circus where she used to live, or rather they got disbanded because they were actually a band of thieves. So she went back to her family, where she received a message from her cousin, who had come to these lands and had made a lot of money by shaving a Yeti's ass or something. So she was like, oh, that sounds like super easy. If you're making that kind of money doing that, this land's got to be like easy money. So I've come over here seeking, a new source of income.
Excellent. I am fascinated by your family dynamics, Talise McLeese. I look forward to seeing you out here in the mists. Welcome. That will bring us over to Scion. Welcome back. It has been a hot minute since I've seen you. Always good to have you play with us.
Yeah, I'm Scion. We are bringing in Brox. He is a returning Furbolg druid from session 1, I believe. He is now a shepherd. Fairly unintelligent, but kind at heart, and he is coming to the mists in the footsteps of his brother.
Excellent. Well, I look forward to seeing you play again. Next up is John DM. Welcome back. Always a pleasure.
Why, hello, Greg.
Why, hello.
How are you doing today, stream? I'm your boy, John DM, also known as John Dungeon Master. Currently, Harold, the Herald. Also known as the Milk Warlock. I am here to stay, gladiate, and murder a scorpion today. Just for you.
Dare I ask why you're the Milk Warlock?
I described my Eldritch Blast being pale, because, the pale
yes,
rider.
I do remember it being
and
pale.
Then Charlie made a reference that I was a Milk Warlock, because he played a milkman in a previous
also
game
named
of ours.
Harold.
Also named Harold. So it kind of worked out. I'm the Milk Warlock. I'm going to own it.
Hopefully you don't get cursed by losing your taste buds. The only thing that you have good in the world.
True.
All right. Well, welcome back. Always a pleasure. And last but certainly not least, Soul Crusher, thanks for coming back. Why don't you give us your introduction here?
It's always good to be back. To harass everyone into hating me a little bit at a time, and also to be friendly with everyone. I am playing... what the hell is my name today? Randall. Randall is a barbarian. We sacrificed someone to the Yeti gods, someone who loved birds quite a bit, so that we could go drunken diving into like icy ponds to steal gold and do all kinds of crazy stuff. And then, as per usual, we forget all of our extra things that we have, and then we laugh about it, and we're like, haha, and then we try really hard not to die. Also, my guy is a barbarian, and he rolled really well on his HP, so we'll see if John or Greg can kill me today.
I mean, I can only do my best.
I'll help you, Greg.
Well, thank you.
Oh, no.
All right. Well, thank you all for those wonderful introductions, and let us jump into playing here. So, the group of you were brought together, I believe, by Randell, actually. Go ahead and tell us how you brought this motley crew together, and what it is about giant scorpion hunting that, drew your attention, what draws you to this quest here today.
I think Randall, he has a lot of money, and he's like, we can get some people together. We all pitch in a little bit. Well, mostly I pitch in a little bit. We get a boat ride across the sea. We kill this thing. Maybe we can get an agreement that if we kill it within 5 days, then they'll pay us the full reward, so we can actually make money off of this. Otherwise, we lose all of our money tromping all the way over there, probably dying to everything we run into, then tromping all the way back. But we'll see. Maybe less people will die this way. Also, I have a library card for some reason. They're letting the barbarian with like 7 int into the library. Hopefully I don't eat books when I go to research scorpions, but we'll see.
I will be very excited if you start eating the books in the library. Excellent. How did you get this crew together? Was there a posting? Did they sign up? How did you find them, Randall?
I think, see, this is the weirdest thing is, one person was talking about their absolute hate for all animal kind, which was Harold, the warlock, and the other one was talking about how much they love animals so much that they want to become one and summon one. And then there was just a rogue in my pocket that I was like, what are you doing?
You said you had lots of money in the bar. What did you expect?
I hate animals.
If it was a job posting, I definitely would not be on this crew because I cannot read. So you probably found me. That makes more sense.
Or just
the
a bunch of
truly
illiterate
motliest
people.
of crews has come together, is what I am hearing. Well, you strange cast of characters have finally figured out that you are on a job together. And it is time to go out and slay a scorpion. So, before you go into the traveling across the bay here to go to the other side and find the desert and the beast therein, what preparations or things do you want to do here in town? Is there anything that you would like to take care of before you head out into the world at large?
I've got a couple things to do. I'd like to try to do some research on giant scorpions, whether I can figure out if they have like a weakness of some kind, or where generally you would find them near Rustport specifically. It's probably like really hard to find that out. And then I also had a book in our last adventure. We forgot to turn in a book. We had a book from a sage that detailed the creation of a magical booze called Blazing Gut. And I wanted to donate that to the library. Specifically, it was myself, Skooky Goobler, and where's Shadow's character's name?
Evil no McWizardface or something?
Fizzlespark.
Fizzlespark.
McAwesome Sauce.
Yes. Who could forget Fizzlespark McAwesome Sauce? Absolutely. Well, they're not here today, but you are, and you have this book, it sounds like. So
yes.
When you make your way through the residence here, residential district of town, to the large kind of tower that looms over one of the highest buildings here outside of the castle itself, excuse me, in the city, you will be welcomed into the library, seeing the barefoot and flower-draped, representative of the Arcanium Council that you have grown accustomed to seeing around these parts. When you have a unique book brought in from the wilds, she spots it immediately, unable to hide a wide smile and clear interest. She recognizes it as not part of the library here. How she's so quick to find it may be a mystery. Perhaps there's a little bit more going on to the library than you at first think. But you are greeted, the four of you, as you walk in through the doors with a, "Oh, well, what do you have there?"
This is a Sage's journal that a friend of mine found when we were adventuring together to the north of here. Appears that he ran afoul of I believe they're called onkegs, the giant acid-spitting bugs. But he detailed the creation of one of these, and I'll pull out the draught of fire gut, or what is this called? I'm sorry, Blazing Gut.
Blazing Gut, yes.
Yeah, and I'll give her the synopsis of, if you drink this, you either get drunk and you're completely immune to magical cold and regular cold for a little while, or you are able to maintain your composure and you are highly resistant to it, cold.
Oh, well, that is quite an interesting concoction. You say you found this out in the mist. How rare, how interesting. Just in an old hut. Who could have guessed? What can we do to take this off your hands?
Well, my friends and I from the original adventure forgot that we had it, but we wanted to donate it to the library.
Oh, well, your generosity is exceptional. She will take the book from you almost protectively, looking at your library card in a little bit of concern as she glances at the other books in the library. Word of your perhaps eating the books has spread, but this one is safe.
Oh, no.
She's happy about it.
Like maybe it's like missing the back cover.
Yeah, she gets in a quick
She's just like,
inspection.
there's like a bite mark on it or something. Yeah.
And she says, well, for your donation, I will make sure a good word for you and your companions are put in. And all 4 of you here today, please take +3 reputation with the Arcanium Council.
Yeah. Easy.
Yes. She will walk back behind kind of a circular desk upon which there are various examples of small trinkets and spellcrafting components and just the various accoutrements that are sold to the daily kind of comings and goings here in the Arcanium Council, along with the kind of research provided in library back along the walls. And she brings out a small little kind of safe deposit box, making sure to put her new treasure inside of that little safe for you.
Excellent. And then I'll ask her if she could point me towards a book about giant scorpions of the desert to the south of here.
Oh, giant scorpions, yes, of course. Remind me, you said you had a library card, but I didn't check your reputation. Where does it stand with the Arcanium Council?
I am now at 13.
You are now at 13 reputation. Wonderful. You have full access to the basic guild library, barring, of course, the restricted section. She appraises your library card for a second, but figures someone must be in charge, and my God, it's her. She must have given it to you. And she will beckon you come with her. You are not taken directly to the books themselves, but you are given access to one of the many kind of cubby holes throughout the library. It's a nice kind of secluded area with a small potted plant in it, a couple of desks, a couple of like reclining chairs, sofas, that is clearly meant for a group to use, as there are 4 of you. You are all ushered into here. She says, wait here a moment and I will come back. And she walks off. After but a moment, you hear the kind of like squeaking sounds of a trolley as she wheels in just a like full trolley of books. It's giant scorpions and their mating habits, the differentiation of giant scorpion, male baldness in scorpion men, just everything that you could the dream of being in these shelves are here. And she says, take your time, peruse away. It is yours.
Thank you. Is there a check you would like for me to do, or will this give me some tangible benefit on giant scorpions in the future?
It absolutely will. So you are allowed to rent any one of these books and take them with you. Renting a book from the library will grant you a resource that you may spend. As long as you have the opportunity to consult the book in a reasonable amount of time, you will be granted advantage on any intelligence or wisdom ability check if it relates to giant scorpions in some way. Renting the book will give you 1 charge of this.
Yeah, I'd like to rent one that would allow me to like know more about the habitats and like where they generally nest down.
Absolutely. Yes. You peruse through, eventually coming across giant scorpion habitats and the Grand Desert. A treatise by some gnome author that Greg has forgotten off the top of his head. He made up the name literally 2 minutes ago and has forgotten it in that span of time, so blame the DM.
Goldfish brain at it again.
Yeah,
Me too.
there we
Me
go.
too.
By the offer, Goldfish. It's a pseudonym. The book is yours.
Do I have to pay any cost for that, or is that just part of the reputation?
That is part of your reputation reward.
Excellent. All right,
Yep.
and I think that's it for me. Let me make sure I didn't have to buy anything. Nope, I don't have to buy anything.
Okay, excellent. With a book secured and another book given over to the library, is there anything else that you would like to do here in town?
Did we want to talk to the quest giver about bargaining a ship fare?
We can definitely try.
Yeah, I'll flatter them, or lie to them, or dance for them, whatever it takes. I have no shame or pride. I am Harold the Herald. I am here to get things done for my mom.
Perfect.
Oh no. Who is the quest giver for this?
This was a quest just given out by the Cold Iron Company in general. By standard practice, the Cold Iron Company will take in requests from various individuals or other guilds that require cold iron services. If they are complex enough, they will save them for more, worthy members, and if they are rudimentary enough, they will often post bounties to general adventurers to help, the economy and also get you started here in the Cold Iron Company. Killing a beast in the south is one of these quests that the Cold Iron Company itself has kind of outsourced, so to speak. They don't deem it worthy enough of sending kind of their more elite members to take care of it, so they are paying a portion of the price for someone like yourselves to start making inroads.
Okay. I think my big thing is, do I turn in? Does it state on the request? Do I turn this in with like someone in Rustport, or whenever we've killed this giant scorpion, or do I have to come back to Rhymeview to turn it in?
The Cold Iron Company is a guild that can be found throughout the Shrouded Coast. The different cities will all have different kind of guild halls. Some of them they'll have more and less repute, etc., etc. But if you turn in the quest at any of these guild halls, they will disseminate the information throughout.
Okay, that's fine. Then we don't need a free ride in that case. Okay, I think I'm good. Did you guys have anything else that you wanted to talk about?
Yes, I want to prepare myself for my role that I'm going to be committing to. And I will hopefully find anyone or a troubadour or a performer that sings songs about like Rustport's geography or the desert therein, where these scorpions can be found. Are there any bards singing about terrible happenings down south?
Bards singing about terrible happenings in the desert.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. I am not sure if there are or not. Why don't, instead of me rolling, why don't you roll, Mr. Harold the Herald?
Harold.
I think that this is charisma based, right? This is your social
For sure.
ability. What are you? Are you investigating, looking for these bards? I think that seems like a reasonable skill.
Yeah. That or doing my own shtick of pretending to be a really tough guy when in fact I'm not. And just sort of rubbing elbows with other performers.
Rubbing elbows. Yeah.
Yeah, I rub your spleen, you roll, Whatever.
Unsolicited spleen rubbing is often a way to, attract bards. I hear they love it.
It's code words, but you get my drift.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a charisma investigation check as you scour the market area and residential district for bards telling the tales of the lands to the south.
Natural 20.
Oh my!
Okay.
You are quick to hone in on the kind of market area in the docks district of Rhymeview. Here, often there are sailing ships coming in and out, both from the mainland and from other areas in the Shrouded Coast. And sure enough, just outside of a local tavern, there is a bawdy song being belted out about the maiden and the scorpion. It is a tale of a fair maiden being abducted and dragged off into the deserts, to be taken hostage by this brute scorpion.
Okay. Well, after they're done, I want to go chat them up and be like, hey, how much of this was bullshit? I'll rub your spleen if you want a tall glass of milk, which is the code word. I want to get the details, Greg. I know you're laughing.
You destroyed Greg.
It's
what
the
have you done?
spleen for a glass of milk line. It just... Oh, okay. You wait through this entire bawdy song, and sure enough, after some raucous cheering and jeering from the inebriated sailors having just gotten off their own voyages abroad, there are coins collected. The bard's plumed hat is passed around and being filled up with some copper and silver coins. Yes, very good performance. He takes a large swig of ale brought to him by one of the barmaids and takes a quick respite before heading back to the stage. During this time, you can kind of make your way up to him, and you give him the spleen for milk line. He looks at you, clearly not versed well in the thieves' cant, so to speak, and is taken aback at first, but takes you just for an inebriated fan, claps you on the shoulder, and he says, well, I won't be needing that today, but I appreciate the offer, young man. Enjoying the show?
Oh, yes. I love a good performance and a good performer. Say,
Flatterer.
Did you... I'm sorry?
You're a flatterer, but thank you.
Oh, yes, I try. Were you down at Rustport when you heard these tales?
Oh, well, yes indeed. I picked them up, inspiration for our tale, on a voyage down near the Shimmer Harbor. There's tales that scorpions in the ill coffin can be found, making their way out of the desert.
I see. You wouldn't happen to have any greater details of that happen to rhyme with milk, do you? I'm trying to become a performer or body man myself, and as a trademark, it's all about milk for me.
I see. If you're an aspiring performer, a piece of advice I can give you is perhaps not to pigeonhole yourself into a rhyme, if need be. While milk may be your shtick, perhaps the rhyme may come more easily if you expound upon the ideal. Perhaps the rhyme might come if you went more in the vein of lactose. Toast is a very good ending, syllable. Could be a little bit better.
And idiots like to toast, for sure.
Oh, very much indeed. There is dairy and cheese and yogurt. So many things that you could potentially branch into.
Well, do you have an example of, the hill? I can't rhyme. I'm not even gonna try. I'm a prepper kind of performer. I'm so sorry.
Yes. Writing out your things in advance is very important. It is a very rare soul who can improvise on the spot. Quite powerful performers they tend to be.
Indeed. Greg, does this guy have any useful information at all about the local geography or anything that I can remember with a rhyme rather than through studying a map?
I
me
think that
out.
this character does indeed know something of the location of the scorpion. I'm trying to rhyme for you, and I am very bad at it. I
The
think
scorpion and their terrible ilk shall be defeated by the man who wields milk. I don't know.
Well done.
I think that he
you.
gives you something along the lines of the scorpions are well known to make their home out in the desert near a large bone.
I wink at him when he says large bone, and we fade to black there, right, Greg?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
He gets called back on stage, and your conversation comes to an end. Excellent.
You got it.
Someone save me from this. What else?
We move on to the boats, Greg.
To the boats. All right.
We fly away.
Away. Are we traveling then? Is it time to head out of here, or are there more preparations? I'm getting a thumbs up.
I think
All
we're
right.
traveling.
I think we're good. I think Brox was gonna buy something. Were you gonna buy like a healer's kit or something?
Yeah, just picking up a healer's kit.
Brilliant. You're in the merchant's quarter already, having witnessed the milk conversation, and are easily able to get yourself a fair price on a healer's kit. Excellent. So you are in Rhyme View. You are tasked today with traveling south towards the town of Rustport across the bay, where a giant scorpion has made its way out of the desert and preyed on villagers in small towns to the south of Rustport, Maine. You are going to be traveling there. How are we going to be traveling today?
I believe we are chartering a ship.
Chartering a ship. Brilliant. And following that most direct route that you can to Rustport there, it looks like. All right. So, if you are going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hexes to Rustport, you will be chartering a ship, you said. That is 6 hexes a day, about a day and a half of travel to make it there, if everything goes smoothly. You said you were sailing, so that is going to cost you 25 gold pieces per character to charter a ship. Go ahead and give me, or you don't have to tell me that you're doing it, just mark off your 25 gold pieces each, and if someone is chipping in for the rest of it and you've decided that beforehand, all good, just, code of honor. Excellent.
Yeah.
You have selected your destination. We know how you're getting there. I need to know your party's roles. There are 4 roles for those who haven't seen it: the scout, the guide, the lookout, and the provisioner. Who will be providing each of those roles for us today?
I shall be the scout.
Excellent.
Lookout.
Harold will be scouting.
Look out.
Brox, I think I heard say lookout.
No, that was Talese.
That was Talese. All right. I haven't memorized your voices perfectly yet. All right, Talese. I guess
Brox
I can
is
pull up your
provisioning.
cams so I can see you better. There we go.
Yeah, Brox is provisioning.
That's Cyan's voice. I'm dumb. All right, perfect.
And that makes me the guide.
That makes you the guy.
Yep. I am that guy.
All right, excellent. So we will start with the provisioner here. Your group has been negotiating to get yourselves on the crew of a ship that is going to be making their way southwards to Rustport. Once that has been figured out, you are in charge of getting your own rations, water, and food, as you are going to be guests on this ship, not working on it. For the journey. how will you be providing the provisions and water and necessary things for your party here today, Brox?
Yeah, well, Brox has been kindly handed some sprigs of mistletoe and vials of water from Randall, so he will be using his magic to create food and water.
Excellent. So you shall be taking the role of Packrat and using magical providence. Brilliant. So, in order to choose magical providence, you must be able to provide food and water. It sounds like you're using Goodberry and Create Water.
Yep.
All right, and do you have the required spell components? Go ahead and mark the required spell components for 2 days, because you're guaranteed at least that. If it goes longer or shorter, we'll need to make sure that you have the required spell components, as well as the 2 spell slots that are required for those spells. You cannot use those spell slots for anything other than the, feeding of your party until the end of the travel phase. Excellent. So, with magical sustenance ready and a boat willing to cast off, you make your way out to the open ocean. The group of you are guests on a ship. It is a sailing ship, but I don't have a great sailing ship token, so instead you'll have to enjoy our wonderful rowboat token instead here on the map. Which I believe I've put on the wrong layer yet again. Oh dear, what have I done?
I love layers.
I know, right? There we go.
Hey!
Hey, there is our rowboat. You shall be setting sail from Rhymeview. We will track it with that there. Life on the ship is fairly easy and mundane for you, as you are going to be kind of guests. You see the crew rushing about, manning the sails, rowing when need to, captain shouting orders. You start your day on fairly calm seas, with not much in the way of weather or storms, though you do know that the magic of the lands beyond the mist often makes weather unpredictable, so the ship is prepared for quite a bit of everything along the way. You begin your days traveling through the relatively known waters past the Three Sisters Isle, making your way out towards Southport. While the ship is doing that, we are going to need to adjudicate some extra rolls for the party here. So we will start first with the guide here. Good old Randell. Even on a boat, the journey through the lands beyond the mist can be exhausting and full of kind of labor. Tell us, for those who are maybe not necessarily used to sailing long distances on boats, how do you avoid or stave off the labors of this particular journey for your party?
I think he's making sure that everyone gets plenty of shade, they're drinking their water, and they're not, you got to eat fruits while you're on a boat, nobody wants to get scurvy and start losing their teeth, milkman. You have to be careful, you can't just not eat your fruits or your vegetables.
My bones are too sturdy for you to complain.
His calcium powers, they're too powerful. And then I think he's trying to keep the his party away from the crew, so that way they don't try to make us actually do any work, even because we just paid money for this. Come on, man.
Okay, well, it sounds to me like you're using your social abilities here to keep your party in check and away from the crew and nice and happy along the journey. So, I want you to give me a charisma performance check. The base DC will be 15, but you are sailing, so you will have advantage on your checks here today.
Okay. I did it.
Excellent. Randell, you are successful. Please mark inspiration. You, are perfectly capable of keeping your party in line as they travel through the open ocean here, passing by the Three Sisters Isle in the first kind of morning of your journey. Everyone is on good spirits and are ready to continue on through the kind of open waters of the bay. leaving behind the kind of comfy confines of land in the now fading distance behind you. Excellent. Thank you, Randell. That will take us over to the scout, Mr. Harold. You are our scout today. You are largely required to keep your party on the right path and to make sure that we don't get lost or otherwise waylaid. I think while you're sailing here, your role in this as the scout is not to make sure you're not lost, but to make sure that something on the ship doesn't go wrong, doesn't waylay you, cost you extra time on your journey. So tell me, what are your efforts to make sure that your journey goes smoothly and is on time as best as possible?
Well, we all know the ship's only as good as the crew. And to get them into a more jolly mood, yeah, they've got their cool, sea shanties about how they had sex with my mom. But let's be real. Guys, it's time to work together. We gotta bring it all, and I want to perform for them a song that they will make fun of me, hate me, so that they won't, throw me overboard. The jolly hate that you keep around. Like, oh, we're in a good mood because this guy's a shitbag. You know what I mean?
Ah, okay. Sure thing.
I made a rhyme while you were
talking. Inspire the crew via their mutual hatred of you. I think this is very possible. Absolutely.
I made a small rhyme while you guys were talking because it's what I did as Creature, and I missed making rhymes on the fly. Do you want me to say my rhyme? My old Wiccan spells, Greg.
Please, say your rhyme.
Stay with the chart, avoid the foul sort. Boats who sail black flags, your money they'll extort. Don't distort from the way to the port.
Excellent.
And they're like, wow, that was the shittiest rhyme ever. Why does he keep
I
saying
think
this
the
to
crew
me?
is
Shut
galvanized by this rhyming. You're walking around, giving them this rhyme, this pep talk individually. You're seeing rolling eyes, people looking at each other. The crew is convinced that they have to get you off this boat as soon as humanly possible.
Yes.
As you walk by, they row harder. They are attentive to their duties. Card games get thrown overboard. They are getting you off this boat as quickly as possible. Please mark inspiration as you have successfully made sure that this is not going to lose your party any time to the best of your abilities here. Absolutely. Okay. As the crew doubles their efforts, the Shrouded Coast quickly fades behind the boat as you get out into the open ocean proper. Just nothing but the bay as far as you can see in all directions. And it's here that we come to our lookout, Talise Meglis. I can't help but to say your full name. You are responsible for keeping a lookout for the party. Obviously, the boat itself is going to be manned by lookouts, but you can join them or do your own thing. Please describe to me your efforts to spot whatever dangers or foul things may be on the horizon for you and your party on this journey.
As a halfling, I get kind of a different perspective on a lot of things. Mm-hmm. I'm a little bit lower, having to, they've got like these handrails. Really, I can just duck under them and out and peer over the boat. And I was always the lookout for my gang back in the circus, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm just like looking overboard, looking down, trying to see if there's anything trying to attack the bottom of the boat, anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think it sounds to me like you're using your unique position to keep just a watchful eye. Go ahead and give me a wisdom perception check here. You will have advantage, of course, from sailing, and as a lookout, your base DC is 12. Excellent. You are looking out quite well. Please mark inspiration for your success. You will make sure that nothing surprises your party on this journey hitherto. Eventually, your first day out in the sun, full of salt and waves and horrible shanties and better shanties. Some of them coming from your own party. We won't say which is which. Ends, and night begins to fall, the sun falling below the horizon, and it is your lookout, not Koron, Talise, who is spotting as the sun is setting to the west. There is a small, like, silhouette that you can spot, just outlined by the sun. Perhaps it's your angle on the water being a halfling. Maybe it's not being up in the crow's nest. You haven't heard a cry from the rest of the crew, but you see this outline. The more you look at it, the more it appears to be a ship. A listing ship. It's not seeming to move. It doesn't seem to be approaching or getting closer. It seems to just largely be stagnant, sitting in place in the bay.
Oi, oi, maroon ship on the horizon.
I wasn't expecting that voice.
Shit.
Hey, a maroon ship, you say? The pirates, not the pirates, the crew of your ship hear you, and sure enough, the lookouts are called. They come down from the crow's nest to your level, get to their telescopic views out. Oh, he speaks the truth! Ship indeed! Small mist coming in around it, but it's a good one. Perhaps some salvage.
These
Captain,
people
what
are
is-
on my wavelength.
Yeah, Captain, what's the prerogative here?
The captain is called out from his quarters on your request. He takes a look, says, well, I wouldn't want to take the whole ship over there. I would divert course, have to turn around. Obviously, our ship sails through the night. It will require some added time to our journey, which I've been told by you is not to be desired. We could send out a small boat. He kind of points to the side of his ship. There are some kind of smaller vessels, essentially rowboats, meant for kind of maneuvering in tighter spaces. It's how you get from the ship itself into the shore from the kind of deeper docks. This is a vessel meant to go over the open ocean. It doesn't just traverse the bay here, and so there are plenty of them, probably a good number. He says that if you are interested in inspecting the vessel, I would be happy to lend you one of these.
Well, it'd be bad manner to leave a crew stranded, gang.
He takes the
Absolutely.
telescopic device from his crewmate and looks again. Says, you know, I don't see much of a crew on board. There are figures moving, but they don't seem to be doing anything. And there are too few of them, I think, to be a crew. You might want to be careful if you're looking for survivors. Boy, my accent changes a lot, doesn't it?
We love it, Greg. It's fine.
It's what happens
At
when you
least you're not-
sail the seven seas. It changes every few minutes.
You're role playing like a shape shifting captain. He's actually a changeling, just no one knows.
I'm down for it. Party.
Let's go.
We're in? We in?
You know I can't help but be sidetracked. I'm the guy who with no head. I go wherever the fun is.
All right.
Excellent.
Time be damned. We go to the boat. And I cast
Excellent.
False Life on myself.
Well, the main ship will continue on its course. You have when its sails aren't in full bloom with a full head of steam from the wind, or like a full rowing crew. It won't move faster than you can move these smaller vessels with 4 dedicated men. So you have the time to go out, investigate, and come back and catch up with the ship. without too much of an issue. It takes a few minutes to get this ready to go. They have to, launch the small vessel into the water. They give you a nice, I don't know what the polite way to put this is. They give you remedial training in rowing and, vessel craft. They wouldn't want you to die out in the bay, but I don't think that they would care all that much after Harold's efforts earlier in the trip.
I picked up a few things about rowing here. Bothering everyone.
God, they don't give us the rowboat with a hole in it, do they?
No. Everything is up to snuff. They look. They don't want you to die. You paid them good coin. They wouldn't cry about it, though.
Fair.
The as this is happening, though, notably, a small mist is coming in over the bay. It is not called the Shrouded Coast for no reason, as a nice kind of fog is settling over the bay, and you will row out into this fog as night is beginning to settle over the bay. Sure enough, after a few dedicated minutes of rowing, the four of you find yourselves looking at a small ship, smaller than the vessel that you rode in, or have gotten passage on, but nonetheless a sailing ship. You think it was probably meant to be used in the bay itself. Not worthy of going over the open ocean, but most definitely could have traversed all of the bay here. The four of you are approaching from the east, and we will just get to the edge of the map, I suppose, and put your vessel there. You see, as you approach, there are four of these creatures wandering the ship. They don't look to be crew members or crew mates. They have scaly, briny bodies, and from a closer distance, you can see webbing across their fingers through the kind of shadowy mists obscuring slightly their features. They are definitely humanoid, but they are most definitely not human. They give you very strange vibes in the way that they move and tremble about. Upon kind of observing these strangers on
Is that token?
the ship. Yes, that token is very, very brilliant.
Ah, shoot, that's my last character's token.
Oh, okay. I will fix that after I'm done describing. Giving the time to observe them as you row up, they appear to be looking, observing, investigating. They do not seem to be proper denizens of the ship. Much more looks to your eyes as adventurers that they're kind of picking through it, looking through it, much the way you would would you have arrived there first to find whatever salvage may be available for you. So, as you're approaching the ship, you see all of this. What do you do?
Who has rope and a grappling hook or rope?
I don't have a grappling hook, but I do have rope.
It's time to become the grappling hook, Randall. Bring us aboard.
Oh God!
I hide behind Randall.
You're so much bigger than me.
All right.
I have it.
Guys, I'm ready to go.
Grappling
Flail
hook.
out.
We don't have a grappling hook. Brox says, "I've got this," and he pulls out his iron pot.
Heavy enough. We tie the cooking pot, which I think weighs 20 pounds or
It's
something.
10.
Where- okay. Just carrying a 10-pound pot everywhere you go. Hell yeah.
You gotta eat.
Apparently.
I will help organize people because I'm a weak boy. So that Randall can hook us aboard and we can climb on up to fight whatever the hell we're fighting.
All right, you attach a rope to a large heavy cooking pot, and begin to approach, getting prepared to do battle with these strange creatures atop the ship. They don't seem to be giving much notice to your approach at the moment, so you are easily able to make your small adjustments to your cooking pot grappling hook and approach the ship. Where do you approach the ship from?
We're heading...
You guys want to be up here? Or
Yeah, we'll
like
just take
right
the
here?
prowl.
This seems like a great place to start.
Nah, we want the prowl, bud. We want this.
Okay.
That's what I want, Randall.
All right.
Bring us.
The four of you row up quietly as you can, preparing yourselves to board this vessel. You choose the prow of the ship, and you begin to swing your rope and cookpot duo. Who is making the throw to attach yourselves to the ship?
I think Randall can do it.
All right, Randall.
Or I can throw you guys up there if you prefer.
Can I help him by steadying his hips and getting a little too uncomfortable with him?
Does that help you, Randall?
I think it makes him very uneasy.
Yeah, I
Excuse me,
don't.
onto the
I
king
think
here.
that Harold, you are
Sorry, that was you,
unable to
Talise.
assist using that method.
He's
That's
very
fair.
uncomfortable.
Yeah,
What kind of check did you want? I'm sorry.
I want you to make a attack roll with an improvised thrown weapon. You're trying to meet AC 10.
That's
Okay,
just
this is a
strength, yeah.
D20 plus 3. 10.
Oh, you throw your cookpot rope up there. Unfortunately for you, it does hook onto the ship, but it makes a huge banging noise, as cookpots tend to do. There must have been something metallic there, because it acts like a gong. Boom! As it wraps around the edge of the ship. The creatures on board lift their heads, shrouded in mist. And they are alerted to your presence. Everyone, you have a way to get on the ship. The rope is attached. You pull, it's taut. The cooking pot worked, but they are alerted to your presence. Roll me initiative.
Contested boardings are my favorite.
That's a pretty good roll.
All right, here comes the nat one. Hey,
Hey, look at you.
I dig it.
Pretty good.
I'll settle for a 12.
These things have initiative of -1.
Based.
Which I like to see in my monsters.
Indeed. All right.
I matched with them. Yeah.
So let me add them to the order here. They have we have some sea spawn, and they are going at 12. They are going to go after John. That's all right. Let us put them in descending order here. Can I move John up one? Yes, perfect. So, Randall, you are the first to react after having hoisted your relatively unique boarding apparatus up onto the board. You see these creatures making their way towards you, alerted to your presence. What do you do?
First, Randall gets very upset and angry as he rages, and then he will climb on board using the most powerful weapon of all time, the cooking pot. And I'm gonna attack this guy. I'm not sure how far the distance is on here.
I'm gonna make you use half of your movement to climb the rope up to the ship spot, and I'm gonna allow there to be only 2 locations where you can board from the rowboat.
Okay. And then I would like to attack this person in front of me.
Absolutely. In full rage, muscle-bound glory, you attack. With a 12, which is going to hit. Your spear sinks into the, scaly, muddled flesh of the creature.
Yeah, and then I will roll damage.
For
That's pretty good.
11 points of damage into the first sea spawn. It cries out, "Ah!" Pain, surprise, and anger filling its face. Maybe you don't notice this in your rage.
He's just so angry.
Yeah. But the creature, it bleeds a small little ichor down its side, but it does not appear overly injured from your attack.
Oh. Okay, that's it for my turn.
All right. Harold, you move next, having heard the raging sounds of your barbarian. What do you do?
I step up. Well, I climb up using half my movement.
Yes.
I'm like, all right, you got that, border. I want to choke him off here, if possible. Assuming that these stairs are actually stairs and they would have to climb up.
They are indeed.
My milky gray color does not appear well on this map. There we go. Let's be white. And I wish to Eldritch Blast this man who is squaring off with Randall.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You have described your milky blasts before. Go ahead and roll me that damage.
Boom! Normal roll to hit.
Yes.
I think that hits.
Your milky white blast just encases him in some lactose freshness. For 10 points of damage, it stumbles for a minute, surprised perhaps even more than it was by the spear attack. As it recovers, it looks into Randall's eyes, fear beginning to show as the creature is in fact bloodied.
Based. I then ready for whoever comes to slap me in my face.
The sea spawn are now ready to move. This creature in front of Randall is scared and bloodied, but it has friends, and it is ready to attack. What type of anatomy does it have? It has poisoned quills. Brilliant.
Oh, no.
It will make its first attack with its webbed claws, striking out at your manly flesh, trying to rip into you with a +4 to hit. Its claws race out, digging into you, successfully slashing you for 5 points of damage. It then will follow up with some poisoned quills. You see them sprout along its shoulders and forearms, and they launch forward towards you with a aggressive, like, sound, like they've been jettisoned from the skin by some buildup of gas. For a 16, do they strike you?
No, they miss.
They miss. You duck, put your shield up. The quills stand in it. The next sea spawn will move here, like lining up with good old Harold. It will roll for its anatomy as well. It will roll tentacles. This one has hands, and then below them long piscatine tentacles that are going to wrap at you. I'm gonna mark T on this guy for tentacles. Nice. So he lashes out, trying to strike at you. The first will be with his hand, as per the usual. A 22. He strikes you.
We'll do it.
Please take 4 points of slashing damage. His claws rend into your flesh, Harold. And then he follows that up with his tentacles. He will attempt to hentai you. He goes for a 16. Will that hit you?
You're off by 1, sir.
Oh, his tentacles try to
milkman
grab you,
stays
but
milky.
Harold is a man of culture. He knows where this is going and backs away. The next creature comes rushing up towards the stairs to assist his friends, using all of its movement. As does the next one, getting ready to join in pitched battle, but they are choked off at the moment.
Good.
All right. Talise, you are on the boat, hearing and maybe seeing bits of this action going down. What do you do?
First, Talise, Red pulls up the crossbow, sees that they don't really have a shot from down here, and will go ahead and climb the rope up, and then move on to and step on this little what's the name for it? The thing at the front of the boat.
God, you're gonna. My
Forward
naval knowledge is not high.
It's the
Where's
forward
Palladian
mast. I
or
got you,
Quantum
bro.
when we need him?
All right, so I step up on top of that, and I'll fire my crossbow down at this guy.
Absolutely. Your little halfling acrobat hops up on the top of the prow of the ship here, making a crossbow shot, hitting for 13 points of damage. You did say this guy, correct?
Yep.
Perfect. Your crossbow bolt sinks in. He takes 34 total. It is enough. Your crossbow bolt sinks in right in his throat. He gurgles and then falls dead at Randall's feet.
That's the end of my turn.
Brox, you're the last on the
Right.
boat. What do you do?
Yep. Having to wait for everyone else to climb up aboard, he will also climb up, and seeing the rage in Randall's eyes and his friends being attacked, he also gets a bit angry. He goes down to all fours, and he begins howling and transforms into a wolf.
Ooh, very nice. I have given some forms up in the.
I've got it there.
Oh, you've already dragged it in. Look at you. So perfect.
Already dragged. Saw him
Awesome.
before, yeah. And with his bonus action, he begins to howl, and a bear totem appears in the space, just anywhere really, within his allies, and all of his allies gain 7 bonus hit points, 7 temp hit points.
Ooh. What does your bear totem look like when you summon this forth, this spirit totem?
I'd like to imagine it is pretty much what you would expect of a bear. It's a bit ghostly looking, but it's still got color. It's not like fully like transparent, like see-through kind of thing. But there you go. There's a nice little token for you.
Beautiful! Oh yes, the bear totem, inspiring, granting 5 plus druid level 7 additional hit points to all of your allies. Excellent. Randall.
Unfortunately, I think John's hit points, like, because you've got 8, I think it just stays at 8.
No,
okay.
I lost some, so it goes up to 7 now.
Oh,
Beautiful.
did you? Okay.
Beautiful. Yep. Okay. Randall, you feel the courage and the beauty of the bear pulsing through your raging bones. What do you do?
Randall would like to take like a 5-foot step back and then run forward 20 feet and jump 5 feet over this guy to get behind him.
Oh, I
that.
like it.
Did that look right?
Can you give me a athletics strength or acrobatics dexterity check? The result here will be a clean jump over this creature, easily landing behind him. A failure will mean the creature will get to attack you as you like hurtle over the top of him.
Yeah, absolutely. Bah.
What,
23?
23? You clear him easily, taking a step back.
Yeah.
You land on the other side. What do you do?
I'll whirl around and I will attack this one from the other side. I will give him a quick spear thrust. 22.
22, you hit.
All right,
For
that's 13.
Points of damage. Beautiful. The creature turns in surprise, grasping at its back.
And then it gets to another surprise as I slap it with the spear butt.
Oh no! The
12?
butt strikes true. You get it right on the chin.
For another 11 damage.
11 more points of damage. The creature is bloodied, stunned, stumbling backwards. It doesn't know what to do. This raging barbarian has him in a haze.
I stepped on a Lego. It's my turn.
Harold, it is you once again facing down this tentacled creature. What will you do?
I fight with a flail and try to hit him in the face as hard as I possibly can.
Please do.
Normal roll. 25.
Your flail comes crashing down. It strikes. It would have struck his face, but one of the tentacles just slaps up, taking the blow for it. now hanging
That's
kind
fair.
of like a limp noodle at its side.
I shout, "Help your friend Randall! I will be fine." To my companions, who hopefully understand me in wolf shape, I guess.
All right. The sea spawn now go. The tentacle one will start striking at you as it did before, Harold, attempting to first slash you with a 16. I believe that we acquired a miss.
Indeed.
And then it reaches out with its good tentacle still trying to grab you, but it fails, beaten back by the swirling throws of your flail. The one behind it has... it has poison quills. It's going to step back a little bit, and it looks at you, Harold, and it just lets the quills form on its chest, come flying out towards you, attempting to slam into you, but no! They land in the wooden beam here, stuck still. The last creature here, we don't know what his anatomy is. He is a biter. He has large, jagged fangs hanging from his fishy mouth. And he recovers from his stun. And he's gonna try to launch his fangs into you, Randall. With a 10! No! Maybe he was more stunned than he thought, running into the side of the boat. He's then gonna slash at you with a 15. I don't think that'll do it.
I don't know.
Alright. Talise, it is your turn, standing up tall on the top of the ship, looking over it. What do you do?
Alright, I'm going to not at all listen to my friend and shoot a crossbow bolt at the one that he is fighting.
Alright.
Instead of Randall.
Rude.
A 20, that will hit. For 12 points of damage, the one that Harold was fighting. Your crossbow bolt strikes true right in its throat. It gurgles and is bloodied, trying to scream out in its fishy tongue, but it can't because there's a crossbow bolt there.
That's it for me.
Brox.
Brox dashes forward over the dead body and bites with pack tactics.
Oh, yes.
The button doesn't work. Rip.
Oh, does the
wait,
button
no, it does.
not work? It should.
I got an input thing. There we
There
go.
it is.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah.
Nice. The 23 will hit. Your wolf fangs sink deep into his fishy flesh for 4 points of piercing damage. The creature will attempt to make a strength saving throw, which it will fail. You grab it with your fangs. You throw it to the ground. It is prone on the deck in front of you. Randall.
All yours, Randall.
There is a prone, bloodied fishman at your feet. What do you do?
He looks down and he goes, "I'm so sorry that I'm angry," and we'll stab at him. A 15.
I am so sorry! Stab! You hit him.
Good night, sweet prince.
Good night, sweet prince. You hit him for 9 points of damage, which is enough. You say your line. You stab him through the heart, and the creature dies.
And then I would like to move 15 feet over here, and I will bonus action hit this one with the spear butt. They just never expect the spear butt.
They never
I didn't expect it either.
Oh, this one expected the spear butt. You try to flip him up with the butt, and he jumps back, twirling towards you. You see spines regrowing in his holes. Harold,
Uh-oh.
it's your turn.
Uh-oh.
I strike! If I could ever remember to keep my character sheet open.
I have that trouble too.
Oh. Alright, I slap him.
Your
slap
flail
him.
strikes true for 6 more
Bruh.
points striking into his flesh. Not
day.
enough to bring the tentacled one down, but he is definitely worse for the wear.
Okay. I stand my ground.
You
I
stand
won't
your
back down.
ground. The sea spawn go. They look around. 2 of their friends are dead. There's a ghostly bear staring at one of them. A wolf is tearing through one of the dead bodies. They fail their check. This guy immediately dives overboard. Ah! Harold, you get an attack of opportunity if you want it.
I would love to if I stopped closing my character sheet.
You hit it for 9 points of damage as it's jumping overboard. Oh! You slam it with your flail. You take its head off, and it dies as it falls into the water, chumming for sharks. This one here races to the side as well, diving into the ocean. Randall, you may take an attack of opportunity if you would like.
Yeah. Oh, I hit it.
You strike it. For 8 points of damage, you hit it on the way by. A little spear hole drops some lines of ichor into the ocean, but this one gets away, swimming out into the ocean away from the rest of you. And with that, the battle comes to a close. The ocean, I would say, is still, but nearby you, a storm is beginning to brew. It is not yet at you. You still think there are some maybe an hour, maybe 30 minutes. None of you are sailors, right? Hard to tell. But you definitely hear a gathering wind. The waves are getting choppier. A storm is closing in around this position.
That fucker went overboard with one of my bolts.
Loot the craft, rogue. There will be more bolts in the future.
I'm gonna go look for the bolt that didn't go overboard in that guy's throat.
I humorously say there's no point crying.
Roll me
over a glass of spilled
a
milk.
die. You have a 50-50 shot at collecting the bolt. Low, you fail. High, you succeed. You find the bolt like broken in half. Its shaft was unable to withstand the force of the impact.
As a wolf, Brox would like to just go around the deck a little bit, sniffing around, seeing if he can sniff out what happened to the crew that was on this ship. Does it smell like there's a bunch of blood everywhere, or is it smell like the crew's been disappeared? There's no scent of humans at all for like a long time.
You sniff around for blood. You sniff and sniff. There is plenty of blood. Some of it is Randall's. Some of it is this strange ichor here. But there is no like underlying scent of blood that you find as you go around the kind of bottom of this deck and up on the top. It seems as if whatever crew is here largely either died bloodlessly or vanished. However, as you sniff around this grate, which you are currently near, you can smell from below something like spicy and fresh. A human probably wouldn't smell it, but your keen, like, wolf nose finds, like, the scent of alcohol, of a very interesting smelling alcohol from below deck.
All right. We are going to move over to Randall and just nudge him with my face.
Good dog.
And he'll try and lead you over to the grate and just like pour at it and try and get you to open it.
I'm like, I think we can get there from downstairs. So yeah, go down the stairs to like go around.
Randall, you are gonna go downstairs. Randall, you find yourself down here, having come down the stairs. You are in a small kind of alcove that has another set of stairs down and a door to your right. Down here, you get a look at some barrels in this this far corner, some small rowboats that are inside of here, a set of chairs and a wooden table that have been set up, a small chest in the back of the boat, as well as just some various other kind of materials of the kind of like crew and of like life at sea. The door has a sign, and it is carved in crude letters like somebody who has barely learned to write. There is a single name scrawled upon it, and it is Esaurus.
Asaurus?
Esaurus. I will put it in your Roll20 chat here. Esaurus.
And I'm assuming that name means nothing to me, right?
I don't think you know anything of it.
Okay. You know what? Named doors are exactly where I want to be, where I'm not supposed to be, and I will try to push this door open.
The door
Well,
swings
books are kept.
open easily of its own accord. You step in and you find a small living area, another wooden table with some chairs on it, a desk of some kind set up in the far corner, as well as a bed and an empty chest of drawers.
Yeah, I will. Is there anything like important on this, like a letter or like a book?
You look at the desk, and the first thing you find is a cartographical map of the area. The desk itself is painstakingly clear of most debris, and the stop right there, Brox. The rocks are kind of pinning this map down. There's a course charted, seemingly from a point not all that far from where you would think Rhymeview would be, but it looks wrong to you. You're not a map maker or a sailor, but that doesn't quite look like Rhymeview to you. And some of the landmarks are a little odd on it. But there is a big red X that has been marked on a small series of islands.
Oh, excellent. I definitely take this treasure map and
All
shove it
right.
into my backpack.
You roll up that map. As you're doing this, Brox has made his way down the stairs, sniffing, looking for the smell of that spicy alcohol. It's actually coming from one of these barrels behind you, Brox. But as you've made your way to the center of the ship, a figure begins to form in front of you. It is a very spectral-looking person in a wide-brimmed hat with a feather at the top. Their form almost seems to come from the mist itself, and it is bearing two spectral, kind of serrated blades. It puts one point down in the ground in front of it and leans on it, looking at you. This is... What are you doing on the ship, doggy? You don't belong down here.
Brox cannot speak as a wolf, so he will just look at the ghost and I don't know. He's not sensing, combat immediately, so he's not like alerting the others he's not like growling or anything. He's just probably just gonna look at the ghost and quizzically tilt his head, as wolves do.
All right, you look at him. This ghost hasn't seen Randall yet, nor Talise, who's making their way down the stairs, it looks like. And he says, you're a smart one, aren't you? I thought I heard a bit of a ruckus up there.
He nods his head.
Well, where's your master at, eh? Go and fetch him for me.
Bark,
Yeah.
Barhawks, bark.
Yeah, I suppose he will, he doesn't really want to take his eyes off it, so he will just, make some sort of, noise indicating to his party.
You like,
Maybe like a
howl
howl or
at your
something.
party. Oh! Party. You hear Brox's unique howl. What do you do?
Harold stopped securing the rowboat, which he was doing while everyone else was greedily hogging all the loot. He runs downstairs and comes, I assume if these staircases are legit, face to face with the ghost.
Yes, you do.
Ah!
He says, so you'd be the master of this pup here.
Yes!
What are you doing on my ship?
We've come to save the crew. But we only found
don't
beasts.
Need any saving, lad. I've sailed these waters for as long as you've been alive.
How long is that, by chance? Do you know the date of my birth? Please
Look
tell me.
at you. You couldn't be more fresh than a baby's ass.
Are you calling me a baby?
Aye.
Because I could really go for a glass of milk right now.
A
Hey, does your
glass
temp
of
health
milk?
leave
What
by the-
kind of lily-livered sailor be you?
One that's afraid of scurvy and calcium deficiency.
I never heard no scurvy. And what's this calcium you speak of? Which are you?
I'm not a witch.
Well, that's one point in your favour. Take your dog there and scram. I heard a bit of a ruckus up there. I would hate to see any of my crew hurt.
I have some bad news.
He, pulls his sword that was pointed, down in the ground, stops leaning on it out. He kind of gives it a lick.
Your crew abandoned ship. They left you here to die.
Oh,
I'm
now
so
that
sorry.
ain't my crew if they abandon ship. He puts his sword back down in the ground point first. Crew!
Where are they?
We have visitors! He snaps his fingers, and spectral forms begin to show up around you. Randall, perhaps surprising you to some degree, a ghost just appears in the seat next to you, holding a tray as if it was a server of some kind. Two more of these kind of workmen-like seafarers appear down in the bottom of the ship behind Brock's, and another one appears here at the front near these barrels. They turn to attention as the captain speaks, and in unison say, "Aye, Captain! Present and accounted for, Captain!"
I was mistaken. I thought they were, spiky boys.
Spiky boys.
Yeah, you know, the guys with spikes out of their teeth and mouth.
I'm afraid you're a little sick in the head, lad. Spiky
More than you could
boys,
ever
calcium deficient, whatever. I think it's about time you and your boys got out of here, or we might have to show you out a little more rudely than I've been.
Fair. Alright, guys, come on up, question mark. I don't know where they are, actually. Where are
I'm gonna start dragging Randall back up the stairs pretty ineffectually because he is 47,000 times my size.
Yep, I will slowly creep up as well.
Smart boys they are. Smart boys. You leave. Make your way from the inside of the ship back to the top. The ghosts don't follow you up here. But you are safe and alone for the moment as the storm brews some distance from you.
Fair. Hey, guys, what are we doing?
Let's steal their box. They had a box.
You want to steal their box?
Let's steal their box. I already I may have found a treasure map. Don't tell anyone. Keep it quiet because they'll get real pissed if they hear about it.
Just
But
fucking leave. Fuck it. We have a treasure map.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
I
but there's
mean,
also a box of loot right there. Instant gratuity is the best kind of gratuity.
ghosts
Okay.
are bad juju.
Look, you guys get on the boat. Except for you, Harold. You'll have to protect me.
Okay.
And I'm going to run down there, take his box, laugh in his face, and then run away like a little barbarian. I don't know.
Fair.
I'm gonna run away like a little barbarian.
Yep, like a little barbarian. Are you guys ready? Are we all good?
The dog does what you could only describe as a shrug.
Can you mimic that real quick?
What, a
Yeah, I'm
shrug?
ready.
Or a dog shrug?
You two, on the boat. Hey, how long does your totem last? Did we run out of temp health?
Oh, it's gone, yeah. It's a minute.
Okay, so let me just go ahead and do this 6 spell called False Life. Alright, cool.
You've still got the temp health, though. The temp health
Oh.
lasts for temp
Well, now I
health.
have one more, so.
Yeah.
Alright, let me just dab on you real quick. Thank you.
Oh, so the temp health lasts for a long time. Got it.
I'm pretty sure the temp health just lasts as temp health. It's not only when the bear spirit's up.
So,
Okay.
It just gives you, like, the bear spirit is what gives you the temp health, but you've still got it until, I think temp health lasts until a short rest or something.
It lasts until a rest or
Yeah.
it's depleted. Yeah.
Any rest, yeah.
Okay. Do we have? You guys know what we're doing, right?
they're getting on the boat.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm gonna dodge action or Eldritch Blast our way out of here, and then we're running, even though they can fly and can chase us down and kill us on the open ocean instead of on their boat.
Yeah, it sounds great.
They can fly, perhaps. Perhaps not. We'll see shortly whether they know they can fly.
I'm not gonna lie, Randall, this is really dumb.
Do you want to fight them? There weren't that many.
Yeah.
There's 5 of them. You want to fight them?
I actually don't have any AoE, so no, not really.
Okay. All right.
If I
So
was
do you
level
want me to
3,
steal
hell
the-
yeah.
Do you want me to steal the box or not?
I don't know. I don't care. But I only want you to suffer the consequences for your hubris, you son of a gun.
All right. Then
We have a level 1.
hubrising.
We owe Corin not to torpedo this session like you want to do.
Look, we need money. Okay.
It's up to
Look,
you.
all
Fair,
right, hang on.
fair, yeah.
Here, we'll roll a d20.
No,
okay.
that
If it's above a
actually
10,
tracks.
if it's above a 10, I won't fuck everything up. If it's below a 20, god damn it, Timmy Torpedo's back again.
It's below a
Can
20.
I give you inspiration
All right.
on this?
All right. You want enough inspiration to be above 20? Okay, all right. Timmy Torpedo
Alright,
goes
we
back
leave.
in his hole.
I need to run to the restroom anyway.
All right. Well,
Bring us
you
home.
pack yourselves back up into the little boat and make your
There is
way out to sea.
Issue. Broxa, as the wolf, looks down into the boat and thinks, can I make that jump? And decides against it and goes back to human form. Or
Very
kobold
good.
form.
Very good. You
And
pack
climbs down.
yourselves up into the boat and make your way back to the larger ship. The storm rolls in, and as you make your way back to the ship, it is a strange storm, as it seems to swallow up the small boat that was listing out there, but moves no further towards you and your ship as you make your way back to the land proper. So, the night will come to an end. The jovial captain and pirates are just so excited to see Harold coming back to them. But they ask if what you found, any salvage, any treasure out there, huh? Get your hands on some goodies.
There was a treasure chest.
And you don't
But
have it
it
with
was-
you.
It was a ghost ship, and the ghost appeared before we could steal it. However, I'll pull out a treasure map and be like, "We did find a treasure map."
Oh. But it was
So-
a ghost
Gallivanting?
map, was it?
And I'll be like, how about this? We'll make a deal, okay? We have a giant scorpion to kill in the next like 3 days. He like looks at a non-existent watch and he's like, "What the fuck's a watch?" And he goes, "So in 3 days' time, meet us down at the town we're going to, and we'll go there and we'll split the treasure with you guys. We'll do it 50-50, okay? Not counting magic items. We get magic items because we had to fight off ghosts."
The captain overhears this and he comes down. He's like, "You pulled."
No, I thought that's who I was talking to.
It's just some dude. You
Oh, whoops.
pulled a map out of a ghost ship? No.
Yeah.
We will not be joining you for plundering the dead. It has a nasty habit of turning you up dead.
Does the name Eusaurus mean anything to you?
No, cannot say it does.
He seemed like a pirate. He seemed very distinct. He had two, like, serrated swords and a big fuck-off hat.
A popular aesthetic, the big fuck-off hat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. We will get you to Rustport if it will get that map off my ship. And you will be finding a different way back.
You're a Gucci
Excellent.
guy.
No, I'm a quite serious man.
Oh.
Is there any way I could try
The
to
end
sneak?
scene there.
Is there any way I could try to sneak a peek at their cartographer map to, like, compare the two?
Yeah. You make your way around the ship eventually, and you compare them. The landmarks on these maps are very different. It is clearly the Shrouded Coast, but like there's no Rhyme View for one thing. There's like a different landmark. The regions seem largely similar, but they're mapped out differently. There are landmarks of places you've never heard of. However, if we were to look at the overland map, these islands are still largely kind of matching up in the east towards what you know as Shallow Rest. There are some small chained islands here with a kind of larger one with a mountain at the top. And these small chained islands is where that X seems to line up.
All right, guys. Looks like we're buying a boat in Shallow Rest.
Let's hurry up and kill these scorpions. We only have so much time. Meta, nudge, nudge. Hurry
Exactly.
the frick up.
We're good. Let's go. Stop talking about milk all the
go.
time.
Greg, we fast forward all role play and just go straight to the scorpions teleporting there, alright? A hard cut, they call it in the business.
No.
Fair. That is
Throw
a
them off
fair
the ship. You know you want to.
So, the night comes to an end, and you make your way through the ocean once more. You are not molested by anything else along the way. You have your encounter not early the next morning, about a third of the way through the day. So you haven't quite hit noontime, but you're approaching it soon. You pull in to Rustport. Rustport is a very different type of city than Rhymeview. This city is around the same age, but has been built on the wealth of the sands to their south. This has a very much kind of crown jewel of the desert kind of vibe. There are lots of accommodations for hot, sweltering weather. People are dressed in loose-fitting clothes. Most of it is cotton or linen. Not cotton. I'm sorry. Most of it is not cotton, as my notes say, but kind of like linen. And there is lots of shade, lots of kind of long, flat areas meant to kind of keep you out of the sun. The market itself is always kind of booming here. They're very close to both the Shimmer Harbor, which is kind of known for skirting around the influence of the guilds here in the Shrouded Coast, as well as they are their own harbor. At one time, they were as important a harbor as Rhymeview. Post the war, of course, that has changed to some extent. But the wealth of this city comes mostly from the desert, as I said. There is coins of an ancient civilization that could be found out there, treasures, there are diamonds and other gemstones that have been pulled out, and so Rustport is a quite wealthy city, and you can see it on the streets. The people are well bathed, they are well clothed, even if it is loose fitting and long linens. They are often colorful, well made. Jewelry is common here. The streets are often very clean, and there is a bustle, and it is busy, and there are people trading. But the kind of Rhymeview city is experience is very different. As you pull up here, it's a much cleaner kind of wealthier port. Although you're here for less sightseeing and more other things. As you are follow in the crew from the large ship itself on these kind of sailing boats that you used the night before, you are left free to your devices. The captain gives you a curt leave of your presence, wishing to never see you again after knowing you took the map from the ghost ship that you have found.
Well, he certainly won't get half of the treasure now, will he?
Brox just gives him the friendly wave.
Excellent.
He'll miss me.
So, you have arrived in Rustport to the south. What do you do?
We gotta go talk to the Cold Iron dudes, right? Figure out where these scorpions are, and get there within a day and a half, and get back the next day and a half.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So you set out through the city of Rustport, searching for the location of the Cold Iron Company here. In Rustport, the Cold Iron Company is found in what looks to be more of like a almost fair space or carnival space. There's a large stadium that often holds many contests. Yes, among them are games of combat, but this is also a place where games of like skill and precision are done. It is not uncommon to see, the archery contest, for example, or a contest of running. These types of entertainment, not necessarily bloody and to the death, but of physical spectacle, are on display commonly. You have come at a time kind of in the mid-morning where they are preparing and setting up. As part of this large kind of stadium, the Cold Iron Company also has a open kind of facing merchant stand and representative that can help you here. The Cold Iron Company, of course, has recently risen in power and influence here in Rustport. You guys would be aware of this, but has not always played as large a part here. Due to the wealth of the city, they often had, the family that ruled often had their own soldiers and guards until the kind of loss of the war had depleted them to some bit. As you approach, there is a large, turban-wearing man, kind of covering many of his identifying features. He has it draped over the end of the turban, draped over his face, so you kind of see his eyes. He is imposing physically, and speaks with a rumble in his voice that is reminiscent of thunder as you approach. It is hard to get a gauge very much on any other of his characteristics, but there is a presence to him. As you approach, you know immediately who's in charge and why. And as you come up to the Cold Iron, merchant booth, those eyes kind of swivel, and the hard stare from deep in his covered face and head finds the four of you. He doesn't speak, but he looks expectantly, as if you are going to tell him something.
Hello, Calais. We're from Rhymeview to put the scorpions at bay. I narrow my eyes as I
Yes.
look at my rhyme.
His voice rumbles out at you. There is a mark for scorpion hunting. You came from Rhymeview. Good. We have had few applicants here.
We're here to solve the problem.
Good.
Shortage of
I wish you
manpower, all
luck.
that good stuff. Got any fingers to point towards? Just out?
You will find it to the south. It has been hurting travelers and farmers, taking them into the desert.
Near any large bones? Question mark.
I know of many bones in the desert. You would have to be more specific.
Large ones? Where scorpions lurk? Guys, I feel like I'm talking to a wall here. Help me the fuck out right now.
He is a wall. Look how big he is.
I know. I'm intimidated, okay?
That man drinks his milk.
He sure does.
I think I could hide behind one of his legs.
An odd metric to measure a man. Alright, so just south. Directly south, southwest, south north, southeast.
You seem to be under the impression that I will be doing your job for you.
Alright, you don't care. Got it. 10-4, big chief. What's your name?
My name. It is Isaurus.
Oh
I
shit! I've seen your name
Turn to
before.
Randall.
You have seen my name before. That is good,
Yeah,
as I
there was
am
this
the
cool
head
ship.
of this guild hall. It would be a shame if aspiring members knew not of me.
Well, we
Indeed.
found this ship, and your name was carved on a door on it. And then there was a ghost, and then it threatened to kill us, so we left. It was great. It was a good time.
If you had
It called me
invaded
smart.
my ship, I am sure that there would be more than threats levied at you. Consider yourself lucky that this was not I. Now,
I like that ghost. It called me smart.
I am sure
Good
that
talk.
that was a compliment. Now, will you
All right.
take this job and leave, or shall I put you to work doing something more up to your capabilities?
No, we gotcha. It's 5 days, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
He turns
I look to my
and goes
crew.
back to the work that he was doing before, after you approached. Or before you approached.
We stare awkwardly at each other for a little while, and then
Let's
probably
go
leave.
south, guys. Let's go south.
Yeah, I guess we're going
South. To not Alaska.
Where the fuck
Yes.
is this farmer who got murdered, or his family?
He got dragged off into the desert. Weren't you listening?
No, that was the princess.
Who?
Weren't you listening?
He literally just said they're getting dragged off to the south into the desert.
Do they not have families? These lone farmers who live out in a desert? Are you kid? Come on, man. We gotta go investigate.
Just go south. Quit crying. Let's go.
Fine,
Come
we'll
on,
go
Milkman.
south. Let's go run into all the scorpions.
Hell yeah. Let's go, Milkmaid.
Milkmate or maid?
Milkmaid now, yeah.
Okay.
You
That's fine.
create milk.
I prefer that one, to be honest. Alright,
Mm-hmm.
we leave.
You're very strange people. You leave and head south. You bring up an interesting proposition. You could look for these farmers' families if they weren't all loners out there, or you could just trek out into the desert. The floor is yours to kind of figure out what you are doing here now that you're in Rustport. Obviously, the head of the Cold Iron Guild was not particularly helpful for you, but perhaps you can wrangle up some help elsewhere, or you can just start moving into the desert. What's the call? What's the play?
I mean, obviously, we want to talk with people first, right?
Yeah, I think we go
Yep.
towards like the farms on the outskirts to be like, hey, we heard one of your friends recently got captured or dragged off and devoured by a giant scorpion.
Have
You wouldn't happen to
suffered
know anything
manpower
about that, would you?
shortage?
Yeah, if you leave Rustport itself, you will find that much like Grimeview, there are small kind of villages and homes of farmers and shepherds and people who are kind of the lifeblood of the city itself. While the city is quite rich, this is normal or mundane for you, right? This kind of small coastal region is fertile ground. and is one of the reasons that Rustport is able to exist. Before you hit the desert, this coast here grows a variety of grains and small fruits. Olives are quite plentiful around here. And as you go to these villages, they will very helpfully point you kind of to the like southernmost part of this coastal area. You are looking for a series of 8 families of various farmers that have either had loved ones or people working with them attacked by a giant scorpion that has come out of the desert, and the victims, whether alive or dead, have always been taken with the scorpion back out into the desert. The story is always the same. It comes out of the desert towards evening, as the desert creatures out there often are more nocturnal. They stay away from the blazing heat of kind of midday suns, and often they hunt then. This creature is giant scorpions are a thing around here. Oftentimes they will find fertile hunting grounds north of the desert, and this one seems to have found one here. Anything further that you want to find?
Or...
Huh?
Does it make scheduled appointments, or does it just show up every night?
No one has scheduled a meeting with the scorpion. Yeah.
Oh, they know what I mean, right? Do they show up regularly? Nightly, every other week?
It's not like an every night thing, but it has been frequent enough that 8 families have been hit to this point, as well as various travelers that may or may not have had family. Hard to tell what a traveler's deal is.
Were the guys doing anything to make them seem more scrumptious and edible?
They think for a moment. They say, not that I know of. I think this is more of a case of being wrong place, wrong time.
If they're dragging food back, they might have kids.
True. Are we getting paid by Vitail, though?
I don't think so.
I believe the job's just for the giant one.
Well... yeah. Kind of want to see where its lair is, though. You guys want to go hunt its lair? It's probably a dumb idea, but...
that would be the best place to find it.
If we ask these families if there are any, like, collections of giant skeletons out in the desert, like, close by to the south? Like, within 10 miles or so?
They think, and they say, yes, I believe that you can find some out there. The desert sands uncovering bones are not unusual. There are all kinds of things out there, especially deeper. I think if you were to head a little southeast, you said within about 10 miles. Yes, there's a part of the desert where it's a bit rockier. I think that there is a kind of alcove of some sort nearby. We have had travelers often say it is useful to rest there before staging deeper forays into the desert. When people try to avoid the man scorpions or worse out there, it is often safe this close to town and a nice starting point. I have heard tale that there are often, but not always, bones there. The winds have been known to shift the sands from time to time.
Any spectacularly large bones that would go in a song?
Oh, if you're looking for the truly large bones, I think that would be many, many days to the south. I've heard that east of the oasis there was the hunting grounds once of a large dragon. Some say it might still be there. There are definitely large bones out there. Some say as big as a house. I have never had anyone actually see it, but these are the stories that come out here.
I look to the crew.
Yeah, we're not here to, attack dragons.
Sure.
Do you want to try this place close by to the southeast, and then we'll just go west a bit from there?
Yeah, sure.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
We'll run into it if we run into it.
Are you prepared to brave yourselves out into the desert? Are you going as is, or are you going to try to make any preparations?
I think Randall is going to trade out his like cool white wolf cloak for like just a leather cloak, so he doesn't die of heat stroke as soon as he steps out into the desert. And maybe he'll grab one of these cool turbans too, like these face wraps that everyone's wearing.
We turban up for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that is a smart move. You borrow some clothes befitting of your desert attire, or of your desert journey ahead of you, and you head out, one foot in front of the other, over the hot sands. You are advised to leave closer to evening time, so if you spend some time with the farmers, probably gathering this info, they feed you, maybe trade you some of their own clothes that can fit. I think Telly's might get like a child's clothes to make sure that they fit, but they outfit you all, and you head off as the sun begins to kind of set. The temperature's cool from a nice crisp 40 degrees C down to probably like 28 in the evening, and you are going to sweat like crazy. The trek through the desert is difficult. The sand is soft and gives easily. This isn't hard packed. You are like literally walking through shifting sands. As the winds are not high at the moment, they are slight, but even with just a small breeze, the sands here pick up off the ground, oftentimes like clinging to your face, stinging the eyes occasionally, and shifting in front of you even as you walk through it. It is hard and difficult terrain to get through, but as you walk, it is not too long until you make your way into a more of a rocky portion of the desert, traveling to the southeast as you were told, using the knowledge that you have to the best of your ability. Soon the sands begin to set firmer. You see some kind of outcroppings, and you follow these down into the southeast. As you do so, your lookout, which was Talise, you hear the chittering of a large creature. It's both the kind of telltale scuttling legs, I think, that come to your ears first, that just like chitinous rubbing of their legs back and forth, as well as a small clicking. You know that it is nearby and following the rocks, and it seems to be heading not in your direction, but from kind of your east, and traveling almost as if it's going to meet you at a point. When you hear this, what do you do?
Oi, guys, I think the scorpions make an intercept course.
My God,
Oh.
you've become a pirate.
That's lovely. Fuck. Alright. I'm just constantly casting this stupid spell on myself. Oh, warlocks are stupid. Okay. Let's fight them.
You said it, not me.
Let's intercept them, Mr. Barbarian.
Absolutely. Let's kill it, then go back to its lair and loot all the dead people and pretend we didn't do that.
We should injure it enough for it to retreat, right? Or are they too stupid? Who cares? Let's go fight something. Yeah, let's kill.
Oh no. The milk madness has gotten you.
I could really go for a cool, refreshing cup of milk in this sweltering desert.
All right. So you decide to go towards this sound and fight it before you reach its lair.
I think we should.
Okay, excellent.
like they punch
Talise,
its
you follow
ass,
your
right?
ears, scouting your way through the desert sands, and sure enough, you arrive in the desert, seeing this large scorpion. It is more than man-size, a scorpion about the size of a very large warhorse, and in one of its pincers, there is a body of a a female dwarf. The body is clearly dead. I think it's missing its head, but it is being carried along in the air above the scorpion as it scuttles forward. You draw close enough to it. I want you to make me a group stealth check.
Ooh.
Haha.
My character sheet.
Nice.
I'm very good at these. as you've
Yes,
noticed.
15 for
Even without heavy
19.
armor, I'm good at these.
Where's my stealth? 11.
You're wearing heavy armor?
15
I have scale, man.
for 19, and 11 gives us 49. So this is going to be pretty close. That's a 12.25. On the scale
Well,
of giant scorpion perception, what is it? Let us find our monsters here. Giant scorpion. Passive perception is terrible, actually. You successfully sneak up on this scorpion. It is carrying the body above its head, and it is making its way towards some unknown point. As you sneak up on it, you will all have a chance to get an attack in on this thing. Surprise round, but we have hit about 2 hours of stream, and before that happens, we're gonna take our break, get some water, get some bathroom breaks, and we will be back on the other side with a scorpion fight. I hope to see you all soon.
Yeah.
And welcome back to Land Beyond the Mist. As you can see, we are about to jump into some scorpion combat. You have ambushed this scorpion out in the desert thanks to your superior stealthy ways. It is carrying a dwarven body in one great pincer, walking to some unknown destination ahead of you. As you come upon it, the four of you are about to jump at this thing. Tell me, you have a surprise round. What do each of you do?
Hex, Eldritch Blast. Hell yeah.
Eldritch Blast! Give me your Milky Blast.
Flavored blast.
I'm so
blast
sorry. He's completely surprised, so this is at advantage.
It is absolutely at
18.
advantage. The 18 will hit our giant scorpion.
8 plus 5 necrotic damage.
For 13 damage, the scorpion stops its clittering track as it's hit. It's, if you can call it a head, its antenna or like forward part turns towards you. You can see its mouth. What do the rest of you do?
Randall gets angry. As he like rushes the scorpion and,
Excellent.
And stabs it.
You rush the
I'm
scorpion
gonna-
and stab it. You have advantage.
Oh yeah, we've got advantage anyway.
With a
15?
15, you hit the scorpion.
Wow.
For 13 more points of damage. Excellent. You stab at the scorpion with all of your might. Excellent. That is your turn. What does Talise and Brox do?
Brox will be casting Fairy Fire with his one spell slot that he has.
Excellent. You expend your fairy fire, and a cube of violet light encases this creature. It will roll. What is the roll against it? I always forget. Dex? Yes. It will roll Dex. The creature is enshrouded by your magics. Excellent.
And I will shoot my crossbow.
Excellent. Your 19 will hit. For 14 more damage, your combined efforts have bloodied the creature. It turns to you now, ready to fight, and I want each of you to roll me initiative.
I'd love to. If it would load. There it is. 6, yeah.
Excellent. With that, Randell, you are the first to react. The creature has turned to you, still holding the dwarven body above its head in one claw. What do you do?
He shall embrace the power of crabs and scuttle sideways, and then attack it twice.
Okay.
17?
The 17 will hit
Alright, 8 damage.
for 8 damage.
And then the butt. Oh, it's a
you
crit.
critically hit it with your spear butt.
You
You
for 12
crunched
damage.
into its armor. Oh my goodness.
My God.
The spear butt does like almost more damage than your spear does. It's crazy.
It does do more damage than my
For 12 more points of damage, after those crushing attacks, the creature is clearly wounded, not looking very good. Talise, it is your turn.
I will shoot a crossbow bolt into its shiny butt.
Yes, the 20 will hit for 13 more damage. Greg actually has to do math on this.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
It does not die, but the creature is feeling awful.
Does it run?
No. The scorpion turns to Randell, and it will lash out first with its free claw. It attacks with a 20. I assume that hits you. Please take
Barely
for me
hits, yeah.
4 points of bludgeoning damage, and give me a oh no, you are just grappled. You have an escape DC on your turn. You are crunched down and grappled, and so the scorpion will lash out with its stinging tail. At advantage because you're grappled, but it misses. Brox, you see your friend ensnared by the claw of this creature. What do you do?
Sensing that the thing is almost dead, he doesn't have time to shapeshift, so he is just charging up with his bonus action shillelagh on his staff and
Alright.
whacking the thing in the ass.
You whack it in the ass for 22 points of damage, and for 22 and 19, both of them
For
hit.
18. For 11.
For 11. That will fell the creature. The scorpion is overwhelmed and dies in the sands in front of you.
That was easy.
Sure.
There's probably another one. There's always another one.
My crossbow bolt isn't okay.
Roll me a die.
There's 2 of them in there.
The first one is okay.
All right.
The second one is
just for
okay.
Funsies, I'm going to hex our rogue because it lasts for an hour and I can only move it to something on my immediate turn. So if the rogue ever dies, for whatever reason, then I can move it again to somebody else.
What ability
Okay.
check do I have disadvantage on right now?
Intelligence, because you're already dumb. LOL.
True.
Got him.
Nice.
Oh my.
I roll Arcana at disadvantage to understand what he's been doing.
Nice.
Can we?
You just feel a little bit more thirsty for milk. That's it. That's
Oh no.
Your calcium deficiency is killing you.
God, I could really go for some milk right now.
I hate you guys so much.
So, the 4 of you stand in the desert as night is quickly approaching. The scorpion is dead at your feet. A dead dwarf body is now rolling in the sand till it stops, as it was released from the creature's claw. What do you do?
Anybody
Watson
want to
go
try
over
to
to
get scorpion baby pets? Offer it some food? Try to bait it out? Make friends with it?
Oh,
I
God,
love
the hex is
smashing
worth it.
small
Too
baby
good.
scorpions.
I'm going over to the dead body and just checking to see if he's actually dead or if there's anything we can do to help him.
Yeah, she's missing a
She's
head.
dead.
She is very dead.
Oh, no. Oh,
Doing
Brooks tries.
You
He tries
loot
anyway.
that, loot that corpse. Don't let it roll away.
It just keeps going perpetually. It just rolls.
It turns out
Does
you were
it-
on a dune that was very high, and it just is picking
Yeah.
up speed.
It's turning into
Oh.
a sandball.
Let's get proof of kill. Let's do it.
Yeah. Does anyone want to help me
Ruffle her
harvest
pockets.
this thing's poison gland, perhaps?
The hell?
I'm
Are you
afraid
asking me
it's-
to milk a scorpion?
I've got
That's what
very
you're good
steady
at.
hands. If you want to
Unbelievable.
advise me on what to do.
I don't. I'm not even gonna attempt to interfere
No.
with them.
No, thank you.
All right.
I'm
It looks
trying
like
to
it's
remember
up to
what
you
our
and
quest
me.
Actually, was.
All right.
Yeah, you're gonna have to tell me everything because I don't know a darn thing. But I have very steady hands, so that's what you need.
Okay, just hold that there. We're gonna first cut off the stinger, and then we're going in. Oh wait, I don't have anything to put this in. You know what? We're just gonna take the stinger. It's fine. Can we cut off the stinger as like proof that we killed this
You
thing?
may cut off the scorpion's stinger from its tail, yes.
Okay, and then I'll just look at everyone and say, "All right, well, I guess we need to go find where its house is."
All
Which
right.
direction was
Dead
it
of
traveling
night.
in, Greg? Was it going like southwest or just like directly west, kind of?
It was coming from your east, and it was going westerly and south. It was kind of crossing your path at a point in the future when Talise noticed it.
Perhaps.
I mean,
it
I think we
was
should head in the
heading back to its
direction.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah. It had a kill. It was probably heading home.
All right. The four
I
of
can
you
try and-
continue your way through this more rocky version of the desert, pushing your way along, looking for the giant bone that Harold is certain exists. As you push on, it's not long, probably another 20 minutes through the difficult sands, the heat and sweat still kind of piling up on you. But eventually you find yourselves looking over a small outcropping of rock, and sure enough, there are large bones scattered about this entire area. Here you see tucked away in the kind of shade almost provided by the bones. It's not really shade from the sun as much as the bones and the rocks produce a nice little alcove where the winds kind of don't sweep by, a little bit of shelter from the elements. There are 2 dead bodies surrounded by small scorpions of various sizes. They seem to have grown probably from the same hatch, but maybe from different hatches as well. And overlooking them, a single giant scorpion, its tail towards you, the adventurers, as it almost looks on protectively, if possible, over the scorpions milling about the dead creatures in front of them. You've been following kind of from this like northerly direction here, so we will pop you and your tokens in up here to the north. Excellent.
They see us coming?
Is
What?
what coming?
Do they see us coming?
You have gotten to this point without any noticeable change from the scorpions.
Guys, are scorpions good climbers? I can't seem to remember anything but milk right now.
You'll feel better when you're dead, I promise.
Oh no.
We wash, rinse, repeat. Let's do it.
Yep. I'll get as angry as I
You got
possibly
any
can.
javelins, barbarian?
I do, but I have a more effective approach. Trust me.
Okay, understood. I trust you implicitly.
All right, cock the
we-
crossbow.
So I guess we start a air quotes surprise round.
Brox will,
Go ahead and roll me a group stealth check if you would like to surprise these scorpions.
I'd
Am I
love
allowed to shapeshift into a wolf before combat?
If you win the surprise, I will let you do that. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hey, not a nat one this time.
Did we do better
Nice.
than last time, though?
I probably can't.
I think I only have 3 rolls there. 10,
there we
18,
go.
13, there we
13,
go.
and 8, 21, 31, 41, 49. That will do
It's
it.
exactly the same.
That is exactly the same. The 4 of you successfully sneak up into the sands to about the positions that you are on the map. You can get a surprise round from there as you are going to fight this here scorpion. So, tell me, what do the 4 of you do?
Randall will take the dash action and run all the way up to the scorpion
Nice.
and scream in its face. I stepped on a fucking leg, oh, you son of a bitch. I think I'm at 39 HP.
The scorpion has an exclamation point come up over its head. Boing! And it turns to face you as you rage. What are the rest of you doing with your surprise round?
I shoot him. I'm like, all right, buddy.
All
I guess I
right,
move.
unleash your milky blast, John.
Hang on. We don't rush the milkman. All right, he arrives exactly when he means to.
The milkman cometh.
Moving 30 feet. All right, he's just within range. I'm going to Hexblade's Curse, which increases my crit range essentially, and deals like an extra 2 damage. There you
Does
go.
the Hexblade
All right.
Curse have to interact with the Hex spell? Or is it
No,
separate?
it doesn't. It's a separate
Both
thing
can be
entirely.
active, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
I'll drop Hex if you want. I don't care.
No, it's fine.
I shoot this man at advantage.
Absolutely. A 16
Oh,
will
that-
hit.
That is a flail. I'm just going to roll D10 plus 6 for 9.
9 points of damage on the giant scorpion.
Thank you. All right, that's it for me.
We get another bear token. There you
Oh,
go.
what a beautiful bear totem. Yes, the spirit of the bear appears on the battlefield once again, blessing you with the vigor of the wilds.
You're so good at drawing those.
I know.
Thank you.
It's perfect.
I'm
tried my
gonna, I guess, come out here a little bit, and I'm gonna shoot a crossbow bolt at it.
Awesome. Go ahead and shoot that crossbow bolt. You hit. For 16 points of damage. All right, the giant scorpion now has this huge crossbow in like one of its joints. It's like trying to rear up on its hind legs as best as it can. And I want everyone to roll me some initiative.
Yeah, we're getting progressively better. Is this fixed?
I've only got 3. No, I have 4 initiatives. Perfect. All right, Tellies! You get to react first after the initiative round. What do you do?
Guess what? A very surprising action. Firing another light crossbow bolt.
All right, the 15 will hit. Yes, you do get sneak attack. 15 points of damage. Randall, it is your turn. What will you do?
I will start off with a spear stab. We'll hit it with the spear. 16.
16 will hit.
For 12 damage.
For 12 damage, yes.
And then I will hit it with the butt of the spear. Or I'll
the
miss,
butt
probably.
fails to hit. A creature is finally ready for it. But as you withdraw your spear, your thrust pulls with it a bunch of scorpion blood on the ground. You have bloodied this creature. The giant scorpion unleashes from its like mouth this chittering screech. And as it does so, its brood begin to rush forward.
Oh no!
Yes,
made a
the
terrible
tiny
mistake.
scorpions are coming for you all. They don't get to move very far. Only 2 of them will get to attack these melee people this round.
I would like to take a quick reaction on this first one that moved into
Please
range, if that's
do.
okay. 23.
Oh, you turn around whoosh, with your spear, striking it, and in an instant you pop it. Your spear striking true and killing the bug. But the other one will rush up and try to stab at you. It will do so with its stinger at a +4. A 9, the little baby tries to sting at you, but you bat it away with the butt of your spear. Brox, in your wolf form, 2 of these babies come up to try to stab at you. One will critically hit you, the other will strike you with a 22. Excellent.
I put the hex on the wrong guy. Oh, shit. Rip.
I want you to take, for me, 3 points of damage from the critical pierce, and 1 point of damage from the non-critical pierce. But I also need 2 different Constitution saving throws from you. Both of them will be DC 13.
I use my character sheet for this, right? I think.
No, it's whichever has higher con.
Oh, it's the higher con. That'll be me then. 1, 2. Oof. Oof.
Oh, you failed both. All right. You are going to take the critical poison damage first. Please take for me 13 points of poison from the first sting. Are you still a wolf?
I am still wolf. I have
You're
a 1 HP
still
left.
wolf. All right. And then the second sting, please take for me 8 points of poison damage.
Now wolf is gone.
Now wolf is gone. All right. Excellent. With that, Harold, it is your turn. You see Brox retransform back into his druid form. The babies are coming. What do you do?
I attack the big one because I want to save my friends.
All right.
If my character sheet would ever be... I swear, I'm not even closing it. It just disappears now. All right. Curse. Boom. I believe we hit.
You hit it for 9 more points of damage. Excellent. The creature rears up on its hind. Well, I mean, its back most of its legs.
Okay. Good luck, team. That's it.
Brox, you are back in your druid form, having been stung. What do you do?
What do we do? I think we we're just gonna go back into wolf form. I'm not liking how many scorpions are coming around me, but I think wolf form will at least let me live a bit longer. So the wolf comes back out, and I do not have anything to do with my bonus action, so that is me.
All right, sounds good. Talise, it's back up to you. What do you do?
How high are these ledges over here?
Each of them will be 10 feet.
Oof. Okay, yeah. That's 4 times my height. We're not going for that. Alright, gonna shoot this big one with my crossbow after I move to a place where I can see a little bit better.
Oh, you're gonna shoot through the beautiful bear totem?
Yep. I'm using it as cover so that he can't see me as well.
All right. You hit. The arrow goes through the bear and crushes into the scorpion for 13 more points of damage. The giant scorpion teeters as it's been struck by the milky blast, struck by an arrow. It's been hit all over and is slowly crumbling to the ground, but it is not quite dead yet. Randall, you see this scorpion struggling in front of you. What do you do?
Oh, I finish it. I kill it, hopefully.
Okay.
Pop a bless.
He is
Spear attack?
Yep.
You know what? I'm gonna use an inspiration for this. I feel like it's worth it. You
All
know?
right, you feel
no,
inspired.
fuck.
You roll a 10. You miss. Your
all right,
spear
bonus
deflected
action.
off the.
Wait, if I give him my inspiration, can he just roll again?
It doesn't stack. No, it's
Damn
It's gonna be like 8 inspirations until I hit. Awful. Bonus action, spear butt. Oh, all right, never mind. We're
What
fine.
about now? What about
It's
now,
over.
Greg?
Yep, we lose.
Oh,
Giant Scorpion goes. The Giant Scorpion is going to make 2 claw attacks. The first will come ratcheting out towards Randall the Barbarian. Randall.
Oh, not me.
Yes, it strikes with a 7. Unable to get you. The second one comes racing out towards this wolf in front of it. With an 18, it latches onto you. Please take for me 7 points of bludgeoning damage as this giant claw just grasps you. You are grappled until you escape. You have a DC 12 on your turn if you would like to. And then it will sting you. Since you are the one grabbed, it will do so at advantage. Ratcheting down with a 22, you all see the stinger just stab into the wolf, and it like pumps in some vicious poison. Please take 7 piercing damage and make me a DC 12 No, we said 13. I had changed it. DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Right. So we are back in human form again.
Ooh, this is an important saving throw then.
don't die.
It is. There
That
we
is
go.
a success. You will take half of 4d10.
Oh, I'm probably still down.
That is half of 27. I guess
13.
it rolled it. Did it roll it in here?
No, it didn't.
It didn't?
No, it didn't.
Okay.
No, that's
Yeah,
So
so
please
I'm
take
down.
half of 27.
Brox is unconscious.
Brox is
Rip.
unconscious. Okay. The little scorpions go as the big scorpion goes. And they begin to rush forward. These will come to surround Randall. They will leave the dead one alone. 1, 2. I will actually just measure since this map probably requires it.
Yeah, let me just throw this out
yes.
on that first one. Boop.
The 17 will hit. The first one dies. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm just going to start popping them out of the map rather than having a bunch of X's everywhere. This
Fair.
one's going to race up. This one's going to race up. This one won't get there.
Based baby scorpions.
Baby scorpions are coming. Baby scorpion. Do.
I'm glad I'm not the only one whose brain went there.
This one's gonna come this way. All right, and they will make 2 attacks at Randall here. They made their attacks at +4. With a 6 on their first sting and a 20 on their
Oh my god, that actually
second.
hits me.
Yes. Please take for me D4 damage. Please. Oh, that's not the syntax. Please take for me 3 points of piercing damage and make me a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I can attempt that. We did it.
nice.
Hey, nice. You take no further damage from the small scorpion's poison.
Okay, this isn't so bad yet.
One
getting
of
there.
these, 2 of these managed to get to Harold in time to attack. They will attack with a 16 and an 11. Will either of those hit you, Harold?
Not at all.
All right. It is now your turn as the baby scorpions are coming for you. What do you do?
We're gonna try to finish off this big one, buddy.
All right.
So that the barbarian can kill all these things in one hit. Good luck. If this is at disadvantage, I'll be using my inspiration now. I don't know if it is.
You are making a ranged attack in melee combat. Yes, it would be at disadvantage. So you're
20
going to use
hits.
your inspiration? Perfect.
Yes.
That is a 20. It will hit for 10 points of damage.
Tell me it dies.
Describe to me how your Eldritch Milky Invocation destroys this creature.
I think this one goes a lot softer and slower because I was just, hurling them out in panic last time, not getting the killing blow. And this time it's like, woo, and then just blows him up with a unsurprised, or a very surprising burst of power.
All right. The Mama Scorpion goes down. Brox, there are Oh, you are unconscious and bleeding out. My friend, give me a death saving throw. Please mark 1 failure. Talise, you see Brox lying on the ground, bleeding out. Baby scorpions everywhere. What will you do?
God, I see some of these scorpions coming my direction. I really don't like that. So I'm gonna shoot this one right here.
All right, please do. That hits, and the scorpion dies. Your blast, killing it instantly. I said I was deleting them. There we go.
And I will move back a little bit more.
All right. Randall, you are being stung by scorpions. What will you do?
I have to fight these things off of me, so I'm gonna hit the one to the left.
Okay.
Hopefully, 22.
You hit it. Your spear skewers it. It is dead.
Do you want me Okay, yeah. And then I will spear butt the other one to the right.
You squish it into the ground. There's now scorpion guts where it used to be.
Then I will stand right next to my comrade to protect it.
Excellent. Baby scorpions go. These scorpions will come over towards you, since you are the most convenient target. These
Excellent.
3 will come to you. These 3 are going to move towards good old Talise. They can't quite make it to you and attack, so they're just going to double move. Because it's time to move into vengeance mode. They will double move towards you. This guy here is the extra one. Who does he attack?
Hang on. Here, let's make this easy. I have a reaction. Boop. Does a 13 kill a scorpion?
13 will kill a scorpion. It will move into where you are. Beautiful. And that means we get 6 attacks, 3 at Harold and 3 at Randall. The first at Harold is a 6, a 13, and a 12. All of them will miss. The baby scorpions stinging like crazy, but they can't get through your thick booties. Randall, you are faced by scorpions with a 9, an 18, and an 8. Does the 18 hit you?
It does not. It misses by 1. It's very close.
Oh, you check your foot out of the way at the last moment, and it does not sting you. Harold, it is your turn. What will you do?
I am taking the disengage action and moving closer to Randall.
Okay, absolutely. You can do that.
That is all I can do this turn.
All right. Brox, you are dead and bleeding out.
He didn't need it!
Oh, he rolls a natural 20! You are back up with 1 HP, Brox. What do you do?
We get back up. We take our quarterstaff. We slap this closest one in the face, hopefully.
A 16 will hit it. The scorpion dies. You squish it on the ground.
And then Brox disappears from sight.
Oh.
And he runs back away.
Excellent. The fur block trait is wonderful. Until the start of your next turn, Furblog disappears and runs off the way from the map. Talise, you see your friend miraculously appear, squash a scorpion, and disappear, and now you're surrounded by 3 of them. What do you do?
You fuckers, get off of me! And I'll re-roll that one. I will re-roll that one because I am a halfling.
Oh, nice. A 12.
I was hoping
you
for
hit.
another one.
The scorpion
Get 'em.
in front of you perishes.
That's my turn.
Randall, is your turn. What will you do?
No, the little one is in danger. And I'll try to squish Scorp. Oh.
Oh, you attempt to squish a Scorp, but you fail.
The little one has to die, I guess.
Oh my god, the little one's gonna die.
Oh, no. Little one, I'm sorry. These ones are very strong.
All right, with that, the baby scorpions will go. These will come towards a Herald, just like this.
Reaction, go!
Oh yeah,
Get
hang on.
him.
Do I make a spot? Okay, I make a spot for you. There you go.
Yeah, okay, perfect. You kill this
There we
one
go.
as it enters your range. Your spear is striking out. Another one skewered on it. You've got like 3 of them on there now. You're making a
get
nice
off.
kebab. Yeah, and the space comes in here. We're getting 2 attacks at our 3 up allies. The first 2 will be at Herald with a 17. And
That hits.
The 17 hits, the 11 will miss.
Oh, yeah.
Please take for me 2 points of piercing damage and make me
I
a
do
DC
so.
13 con save.
I'll fail.
Oh, you will fail it. Please take for me 3 points of poison damage.
Okay.
All right. The next 2 attacks will be at Randall. The first with an 18 and a 6. The 18 we
Both
know does
missing.
not hit you.
Yep.
All right, and
Very
the final
close.
2 will be at Talise. The first with a 17, the second with a 6.
17 hits.
17 hits. Please take for me 2 points of damage and give me a DC 13 con save. Oh, you succeed. The poison courses through your veins, but you clench your blood and push it back out the other way. No damage for you. Harold, you're now surrounded by scorpions again. What do you do?
Sure am. I'm gonna go ahead and bludgeon one to death. My character sheet was not closing. I'm doing it without even thinking anymore. I'm losing
Stop
it.
clicking the little X.
No.
You slash
Well,
out with your flail. You think you smash it, you pull it back up, but the scorpion was still there.
Oh no. Shit. Well, I stare at it in disappointment.
Brox, at the beginning of your turn, you are once more visible now down here in the bones. With your 1 HP, what do you do?
Oof. I think, Brox is more worried about his, friend than he is about himself. So he is going to take the dash action and, make it over here.
Okay.
And,
hero.
that
Excellent.
I will bonus action Shillelagh because I can do that.
Yes,
Make sure
absolutely.
that when I make it in range, I will help out my friend.
Wonderful. Talise, it is your turn once more. 2 of these baby scorpions are on you. What will you do?
I'm not going down that easy, you assholes.
I love your character's voice. 20 hits, you kill a scorpion. If you haven't realized it yet, the babies all have 1 HP. Randell, it comes to you. What will you do?
I'm gonna miss again, aren't I? I'll attack the one in front of my friend, the milkman. 19?
19. You skewer another one. You're up to 4 on your nice kebab.
Unfortunate. This is disgusting. And then I will spear butt this one.
Oh, and you squish it into
Kebab.
the ground. Its guts spreading out everywhere.
And then I will crab scuttle this way.
Okay, blocking off an escape route. I like it.
Hmm.
With that,
You'll
there
never
are,
escape us.
there are 3 scorpions remaining. The first will attack Harold with a 21. Please take for me 3 points of piercing damage and a con
Aye.
save if you would.
I would love to.
You
What'd I roll?
succeed at forcing the poison from your body. The next creature will sting at Randell with a 17. And
Close.
finally, towards Talise with an 18.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, Talise, please take for me 4 points of piercing damage. And a con save. Ooh, you succeed at forcing the poison out. Harold, what will you do?
I fight for my friends.
A 21, you squish the bug this time on the back of your flail.
Oof. I look at this other one, sad that I don't have a bonus action attack. One day, I think to myself.
One day. Brox!
Alright, we make it up to Talise and offer ourselves to destroy this thing in front of him.
And you do, with great aplomb.
Easy. And yeah, that'll be us.
Talise, what will you do?
Don't worry, I've got you, Randall. And I will pick back up my light crossbow off the ground and fire a bolt at the remaining one.
Oh, but your light crossbow, like, sinks into the bones and sand right next to it. Does not strike the creature true. Randall, it's up to you. Will you end this fight?
No, we're doing this differently. I'm going to teach this scorpion its own lesson. I'm going to grapple this scorpion.
You're going to reach your bare hand near its stinger.
Yeah, I'm grappling this
Okay,
little
so
fucker.
here's the deal. In 5e, you would normally not take an attack of opportunity. So, if you successfully grapple this scorpion, fine. You, like, Crocodile Dundee this thing and, like, grab its tail and it can't get you, and you grapple it. But if you unsuccessfully grapple this thing, it will sting you.
That's perfectly fine.
All right,
you know,
excellent.
you can hit me. You can attack of opportunity this. It's fine.
No, we're doing it the right way.
We fail regardless.
We're doing it the right way. Here we go.
Well,
A 21! You are unable to grab it, and it will take its sting attack at you. With a 60. God dang it.
Misses, yeah.
But now it's its turn. Okay, here's the thing. Is it a smart scorpion? Does it know that Randall...
Scorpion.
No, it's very dumb. Alright, not only is it a -1 int, it rolled a 6 on the die. It keeps trying to sting you one day, Randall. Not today.
So close. So
Harold,
close, yeah.
will you end this fight?
Are we catching this thing? Right? What's the plan here? What are you doing?
I was just gonna hold it so that you could have advantage, because it would
Alright.
be funny to
I'm
reverse
gonna
the
go
scales
ahead
on
and
it.
just beat it to death. No, I'm not.
You're not! Your flail strikes the bones nearby. You can't hit
We're
it.
just raining
Oh god, it's an elite! It's an elite! We can't hurt it! It's too powerful!
I cannot make up to it and make an attack, so I'm just gonna start walking over and drink this health potion because I'm on 1 HP and I do not like being on 1 HP.
Please, it's up to you. It's too powerful.
it's too powerful. You can count on me. I will use my inspiration to get advantage.
It's the god scorpion! Run!
The scorpion snags your crossbow bolt in one of its baby pincers.
Oh my god.
Randall.
Alright, enough
Is
fooling
this
around.
too
I've got
powerful?
this. Here we go. We'll just...
Okay.
there we
There we
go.
go.
Oh no!
You know, just for good measure. Just for good measure. You know.
Randall, you end the fight. All of the scorpions lie dead or skewered on your spear. Oh. Even the fell elite baby scorpion. And now the desert lies still. Night has fallen truly. The temperature has plunged to a crisp and cool 28°C. And you... do what?
My babies, my crossbow bolts.
How many crossbow bolts did you fire?
6.
Okay, you may recover 1, 2, 3 crossbow bolts.
I'm
That's
sorry you
fine.
had to lose them this way.
It's true.
And then
No.
I will retrieve the stinger from the large one, and then I think we start looting dead bodies. There's all kinds of
Yeah.
loot to be had here, right?
We searched the area thoroughly with my light cantrip, because I'm an Azamar.
All right. I have a question. All of your spells have been milky themed so far. Is the light cantrip milky?
It's pale white light, yes, as if
Okay.
you're walking through the pearly gates, which was originally the theme before it got hijacked into milk by other people.
You're welcome.
But we've been rolling with it, so we're gonna keep with it, brother.
All right. Under the milky light of the pearly gates, you begin searching this area. The 2 dead bodies that you see there are easy to search. We will deal with them in a second, but I want whoever has the best not investigation, the best perception wisdom to give me a roll here for the party as you search these ruins.
Does anyone have advantage for this roll?
I don't want to give advantage unless you're going to use inspiration on it. This is just kind of...
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
All right, sounds like
Got it.
Brock's got it.
Yeah, okay. Yep, so I will do that, and I will also, with my Firebulg magic or Furbolg magic, I can detect magic as well.
Oh, very nice. As a Furbolg, you may detect magic. All right. So, with your perception and your magical detection, you find buried in the sand, and not buried such as like somebody dug a hole and buried it in the sand, but more the winds pick up the loose sand and move it from time to time, as you've seen as you like make your way through here. The sand has covered and mounded up over the top of some of the treasure. Between your investigations, you find a total of 163 gold pieces worth of various coins, copper, silver, gold, but also small gemstones. Not perfectly crystal clear, but like kind of ruddy diamonds. Some of them have imperfections like reds and pinks kind of lanced through them. Some kind of mineral has helped form inside of them as well. None of them are very big. None of them are bigger than like the pinky fingernail. Many of them are smaller than that. But you find a number of them along with various wealth, and together they value 163 GP. The items that you find here are interesting. Amongst the dead bodies, there is one leather-bound scroll. And there is a flask at the hip of one of the dead adventurers. The person in blue on the map is a traveler of some kind. They are clearly foreign. They don't have the same clothing and same kind of look as the people that you saw in Rustport. And this flask is unique in that it is stoppered and like bound with wax and sealed. It looks like care was taken to make sure that nothing spilled from it. You will also find amongst the sand with your Furbolg magic a pair of twin daggers that are shaped to kind of resemble the curve of a snake's fang. They are twins, each of them, clearly designed to be wielded in the left and right hands. Also, there is... there is a small orb, hot to the touch, and fiery red. It gives you that impression of that like orange red of a campfire, and it is not just warm to the touch, but actually hot. It like gives blisters to your hand if you were to grab it.
My eyes light up. The Morb orb.
No idea what item that is. I've never seen it before.
Neither have I. I just like orbs in general. Orbs are so fucking cool, man.
You
Look at it.
psychopath.
Look at the orb.
Yep. It's an orb.
I consult with the orb, Greg.
It's a hot orb.
You
hot.
gaze upon your orb.
Yeah, sure. I'll claim it for now. Hello, orb.
The orb
Tell
is
me your
orange
secrets.
and red, perfectly spherical, and smooth if you can bear touching it. It radiates heat, not very far. If you move your hand a few inches away, you don't feel the heat. But if you touch the orb itself, it is hot enough to bring blisters to bare skin.
I finally have found a way to make portable warm milk, everyone.
Oh no.
Infinite power! I'll cut
God
it
damn
down.
it.
You brought this upon yourself, Charlie.
You're not wrong.
So,
Cool.
All right.
You're standing here in the desert, having investigated and found these items and wealth. Dead scorpions are around you. It's night, which is probably the right time to be moving about the desert, though you have had 2 very long days of travel before this one. You've had a difficult journey here. Your legs probably burn and ache from the trek through the shifting sands and the heat that was unexpected. What do you do? Like, you're in this desert. It's miserable and hot, but you've completed your journey for now. What's the plan?
Are we... How far away are we from the town or the oasis that we were on?
Oh, you're very far from the oasis. If you're thinking
Okay.
of the oasis that's on the world map.
No, I'm not.
Okay. The place that you came
here.
the place that you came from is a matter of a couple of hours walk. Few, maybe 4 at the most.
Perhaps
prefer
take
we
a
move
short
in the
rest
day.
here.
Yeah.
So there was the safe zone that we were heading to. What was that? Do we remember?
I think
That's
It
what
was
I was-
a
yeah.
zone in the rocky part of the desert that kind of made an opening or a conclave of some sorts that gave some protection from the winds and the kind of shifting sands. It's often known to have large bones in it.
Sounds like we're there.
Could be this.
These scorpions picked up a nice spot to
Then we camp.
ambush travelers.
Do we want to just rest
Hoping
here?
no
then?
more scorpions show up, I suppose.
Mhm.
Are we leaving? What are we doing, guys?
Rest.
I think we're taking a short rest and then we will head back.
Because I'm fine to keep going if we want to keep
Long
going.
rest?
Well, I think one of
Yeah.
our friends is like 90% dead.
What if I give him 2 hit points from my healing hands? Would that change anything?
That would help.
He'll
So
be
it wouldn't
almost
change anything?
slightly deader.
With the short rest, I will be at almost full. So
All right.
Then we're short
I mean,
resting.
if we
We're
if we
short
want, we can
resting.
just
You
short rest here,
spend-
and then
You spend 10
Yeah.
minutes binding wounds, drinking from your water skins, maybe finding the will to eat a bit, trying your best to cool off in the now much nicer, 25 degree heat. And you begin to make your way back towards town. It is now evening
Now-
time in the desert, and the predators are out and about. Oh yes, please feel free to spend any number of hit dice up to 1/2 of your pool's total to regain HP.
Now, now that I'm not just thinking about milk, can I see those daggers?
Yes.
yeah.
The daggers are a pair of twin daggers. They're no more than 8 inches in length. They are shaped to resemble the curve of a snake's fang.
I'll just, slide them onto my hip real quick,
Okay.
Go
So
for
you
him,
do.
Chief. I suppose we press on. In the dark. Everyone has dark vision, right?
Haha! Nope, but we have milky light to guide our way.
I want to hold your hands instead. I will lead us through the darkness of the night and
Oh,
obscure
no.
All right.
obscure the enemies. They can't see in the dark. No one
The
can.
predators are known to hunt the sands in the evening. So as you make your way back through the sands, guided by starlight, it is less hot, but it is still hot. And you are still trudging through these shifting sands beneath your feet. Even the smallest breeze can pick some up and get it into your clothes and eyes and stinging pain. It is a slow and arduous journey, and as you are making it, there is a chance that we will have a fight. I want one of you. Who's feeling lucky?
I'm a halfling. I'm always feeling lucky.
All right, Talise, roll me a d6.
Re-roll nat once. Nah.
All right, Talise. There are no encounters along the way that you are molested by. At one point, there is a howl. It is far away from you and to the south. But it reaches the ears of you and the party. It sends a chill down your spines as it is unearthly and most definitely evil. You are certain of this as you hear it. It is painful, almost. Like
It's not like a natural beast, then?
You don't think so.
No.
But it is far, far to the south of you. And as you make your way out of the desert, the memory of this howl and the chill of your spine sticks with you until eventually you make it out of the shifting sands, deep into the night, exhausted, tired, ready to keel over. A local farm will take you in, and you all pass out, finally sleeping for your night. The next morning, I think all of you will sleep in, but it is your day once again. After escaping the desert, what is your plan?
We head
Return back. Yeah, back to the guild hall, and hand in the scorpion parts.
Yeah, we've got some stuff to turn in.
All right, excellent. You make a quick trek out through the kind of the coastal fertile lands where the farms and small villages are, making your way across simple roads until you make it to the wealthy city of Rustport once more. As always, it is busy. The fragrant smells of freshly cooked foods and exotic spices hit your nostrils, makes the mouth water. You can hear the kind of songs of inns across the kind of traveling section, the major roads in from the coastal lands and towards the docks. And you eventually will make your way to the large theater once again, where it is morning still, but work is always underway on something, and the towering Manisaurus, still wrapped up with his features mostly shrouded and unseen, is barking orders in his voice like thunder across the theater towards his guild mates, that I guess his underlings in the guild, so to speak. He spies the four of you coming. You see a noticeable and then he strides over towards the four of you. Given up already?
Nonsense! Look at my big muscular friend's arms. As I gesture to the...
Yeah, I'll toss him a small bag. But it has like 2 5-pound stingers in it.
With grace that you wouldn't have expected from a man whose features are as large and imposing as they are, what little you can see from the kind of draped loose clothing, he snatches the bag lithely in a single motion, hardly even changing his glance to look at it, and then pulls it open. You can't see him smile, but the intensity of his voice changes in a way that makes you assume there must be one. And he says,
2 giant scorpions and a dozen babies.
Yeah.
All slain.
Perfect. He responds to you with a much nicer tone. It seems I have underestimated you four. Well done. You made quick work of our nuisance. I will see to it that you are paid. What was the agreed upon sum? 200 golden coins for fast work?
200 golden coins for a single giant scorpion, or so I heard.
Well, you have cleared it. 200 golden coins will be yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What you guys working on?
We are setting
No,
up for
we
the
don't.
shows. Here in Rustport, we are an important part of the commerce. People come to be entertained, forget the toils of mundane life. Here at the Cold Iron Company, we provide entertainment, unlike you will see outside of the mainland. It is the Shrouded Coast's pride and joy, I have been told.
Like, pit fighting?
Among our many attractions, pit fighting is available. Tell me you wish to join. I would love nothing more than to see you battered and broken.
I was raised in the ring, of course. It's a performance after all. Getting my ass kicked in the most humorous way possible.
Oh, excellent. I was needing an undercard for the evening's fight. Do you mind facing off against, let me see here. Yes, against Goroth the Butcher.
Of course.
Very good, very good. Tell me, are you a keen worker of any particular weapon? Is there a tool of choice you want to make sure is in the arena?
Randall. Randall's my weapon of choice. But if I can't have him,
A handicap fight. I could
I'll
make
take
that
off
happen.
my left arm. It's detachable. It's not actually detachable.
Is it
That's a
actually
joke.
detachable?
No, of course
That would be so funny.
That would be great.
It's detachable. It's
if
just
you
not
cut it off.
reattachable.
He eyes you for a moment, realizing the joke, and says, "Well, I am sure I could arrange that, but do you wish to
Next
sign
time.
up a fighter that is not yourself?"
Until you want to throw down? Fuck, man. I
Do you
don't
want
know.
me to fight? This is not a fight to the death, correct?
Well, he's not called the Butcher for no reason. You're asking about the pit fighting. Of course it's to the death.
Oh.
Next time. We got things to do, unfortunately.
Yeah, not me. I'm good, thanks. I'm not much of a pit fighter. I'll go fight giant scorpions and monsters. Not some man named the Butcher.
Do you need some juggler though? I'm great at that.
Unfortunately, the juggling position is filled to the brim. Seems every Tom, Dick, and Sally that comes from the boat seems to think they can juggle.
God, I hate people named Tom.
Mom. Eh.
Dick
Yes.
and Harry.
No, just Tom.
Just Tom.
Just Tom.
Dick and Sally are
unfortunate.
usually good people, but those damn Toms, I agree. Anyway,
Agreed. I high five him, or try to.
he does not give you a high five. He leaves you hanging for sure.
What about a low five? You know.
I'll give you a
look
low
away
five
fist
way
pump.
down here at your knee.
Hell yeah! I high five. Alrighty.
So, what were the magic items that we got? We got a pair of matching daggers and an orb.
An orb, a
And a
scroll, and a flask.
Okay. Do you guys want to donate any of these to the Iron Guild?
I don't think they'd want an orb. They
Not
might
really,
want the
no.
daggers, but
They can't have them.
Okay,
My
all right,
precious.
understood.
we
Understood.
thank you for your patronage and service. Have a wonderful day. Name? What's?
Civis. Civis?
Yes. Look, guys, I wrote a lot of notes down on one piece of paper in
You have
several
already
directions.
forgotten the name of the greatest source. Shame.
Saurus, that's what I said.
Shame upon all.
Thesaurus! I found it. It's right here. It was cartwheel. Look, I can't read. See you later.
You're not the only one who can't read, but you may be the only with a faulty memory. Remember my name well next we meet.
Not gonna happen. We can leave.
Are we able to see like any of his skin at all, or is it all like covered in
A
like,
little
gloves
bit,
and-
like around his eyes. I think when he snatched the bag. You would have briefly seen his hand, but he keeps everything pretty well covered, other than the small flashes of skin that you see.
All right, he just doesn't like sun. We got it.
Our man.
Guys,
Sun
why
sucks.
did his mom name him Apatosaurus?
I thought his name was
Likes
Thesaurus, like the Saurus.
All
Does this happen
right.
in front of him?
With that, you have largely completed your quest. You will be able to charter a boat back to Rhymeview. And our session is gonna come to an end. Unless there is anything else that you want to take care of before we head off here. I think this is the perfect wrapping up point. You guys flew through this one. Good job.
What we do.
All
We're
right.
efficient. We're killers.
Excellent.
We don't get lost. We kill
Whoa.
scorpions.
Excellent. I am going to add up some experience points for you, and I am going to get you some reputation for each of these guilds. And I will come back and we will deal with magic items and all of that good stuff. While I'm making that happen, I'm going to turn the floor over to the four of you so you can make any shout-outs or, let people know where they can find you, that kind of stuff. And yeah. I will turn the floor over to you, let you do that, and I'm going to get to work getting you some sweet, sweet experience and whatnot.
Cyan, hit us up.
I was gonna say first, shout out to Cyan for putting up with us, ridiculous people who all know each other and meme the shit out of everything.
Brox is just along for the ride. It's all good. I'm just saying.
You're great, bro. Thanks
Yeah,
for
I'm just
joining us. Who's next? Me or you, Charlie?
Oh, do you you guys can find me here occasionally, or you can find me continuously harassing John DM, Corin, and several other Nicks and the Council of Nicks on John's West Marches campaign, as well as Thursdays I play. We're supposed to be the success team, the Diplo team, but we had a terrible fight like 2 weeks ago where we absolutely did not succeed whatsoever and ran away like cowards. So
You
that's where you'll
fumbled the
find me.
bag, for sure.
Yeah, I definitely did not wake up late from a nap and show up an hour and a half after we were planning to do a fight. Definitely was not me.
It's fine. Guys, I'm John Dungeon Master. You can find me at John Dungeon Master, Twitch TV. You know how to do a hyperlink. You're all intelligent people. Yeah, we just started a West March like 3 or 4 weeks ago where we are trying to build up a colony in the not-so-Mediterranean Sea. So if you like fighting chimeras at level 1, and you like bartering with pirates in exchange for manticore services, and you really don't want to go to the middle of an island made of magical water, well, come on down. Come on down to John Dungeon Master. I need players. And I know you guys are gluttonous for Dungeons & Dragons. This goes to you too, Greg. If you're ever tired of DMing, come play with Apollo Nick.
Yeah, I saw
Join
your
me.
stream the other day.
Yeah, that one was a fucking fiasco, dude.
It was
That was, was that the one where 3 players died to leech monsters?
Yup.
Yeah. They fumbled the bag. You're a fiasco. All right, Apollo. Oh, good times. Yeah. Do you need us to fill more air, Greg?
That'd be great.
All right. You guys are sitting in the woods, looking around. Your phone is dead. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot him. Shia LaBeouf. What do?
You motherfucker.
Charge!
People in chat, stay posted. There might be a pirate hunting treasure episode coming up in the future.
Ooh.
Perhaps next month.
That would be great.
Oh, God. Can we just all take a moment to just hate on Dungeon World for just a quick moment? Does anyone know
I
what
love Dungeon World. What
Dungeon World
I love
sucks!
Dungeon World.
Oh!
All right,
okay,
I'm
I'm
cutting
just
you
trying to
off,
trigger
not
up
because
Paula.
I'm defending Dungeon World, but because I am ready to go.
All right, let's do it.
All right,
Good
I
luck,
want
John.
each of you to take home 455 experience points each. 455. I also want you to take home 90.75, so 91 gold pieces each. 91 gold pieces each. You have found a treasure map. This is essentially a key item. The treasure map will be available to anyone who is in the tavern. It is available for any party to pick up as part of their session when it begins. And you have found 4 items. The first item is the bound scroll case. This bound scroll case is a scroll of limited flight. If you read this scroll, you will be able to fly via the fly spell for the next hour, with the caveat that you must land at the end of your turn. So a turn in combat, you must end it with your feet on the ground. Otherwise, you are free to fly during your turn, up as described by the fly spell. The flask that you have found is a flask of a strange type of liquor that I have named the Groovy Ghost. When consumed, the Groovy Ghost will grant you a limited connection with the ethereal plane, essentially meaning that it will negate 2 points of damage as long as it is mundane typing and not connected with the ethereal plane. At the cost of slowness. You will only be able to move half of your movement speed while you are under the effects of the Groovy Ghost.
This is a potion?
It is essentially a potion, yes.
Okay.
I'm using a lot of alcohol flavored potions for this campaign. It's been fun to think them up. The 2 daggers are the flame serpent's bite. The flame serpent's bite are a pair of +1 daggers that 2 times per day can be activated. When you do so, they alight in flame, extending their reach to 10 feet of reach. And they will deal an additional D8 fire damage. That effect will last for 10 minutes. The orb is a consumable orb of flame. By speaking the command word and throwing the orb, you may consume it to cast a fireball at any time.
I know what I'm rolling for.
By expending it in this way, it does lose its magical efficacy. It essentially explodes.
My warm milk.
All right. So, for our scroll of limited flight, are there any claimants?
Is that a one-time use scroll?
It is a one-time use scroll, yes.
Get it, barbarian. You know you want to fly into combat. Come on.
I can't use scrolls. I'm a barbarian.
Oh, sure.
Do we want to donate it?
We can donate it. Do you want to donate it to the the Iron Company if they want it, or?
I don't particularly mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you would like to donate the scroll to the Cold Iron Company. Excellent. So you do. The Flask of Groovy Ghost. Would any of you like to roll it?
I will roll for that.
Yep. Anyone else?
Just take it, man. Just take it.
Yeah, you can have it.
Sounds like it's yours uncontested. Brox, you have a Flask of Groovy Ghost. There are the daggers, the bite of the flame serpent. Who would like these?
I will take as many of these as you'll give me.
They are a paired item.
Pair,
They come
yeah.
together.
Okay, gotcha.
I wish you luck, Rogue.
You can
All
have
right.
over it.
Yeah, sounds like it's yours, man. Uncontested, they are yours. And
So it has come to this, Randall.
the flame orb.
My Morb orb shall be mine.
All right.
Are you ready?
Oh, do you wanna roll off for this?
Oh yeah. Are you gonna
Okay,
fight
all
me
right.
for it?
All right, who's got inspiration to give me so that I can
No,
make this guy
there's
upset?
no
That's not how it
inspiration
works.
for these.
This is
This is
a-
a D100. Highest will take it.
61. Fuck!
Randall, the
Your
Flame
warm
Orb
milk
is
belongs to
yours.
me.
All right, one last thing
Fair.
before you go. Each of you take plus 10 reputation with the Cold Iron Company. The donation of the scroll is not useful to them, but the Arcanium Council will take it off their hands. Please take plus 3 to the Arcanium Council's reputation. Excellent. With that, thank you very much for playing with me. This has been a fun session, and I'm glad that we got to do it. We'll have another one of these next Saturday with a brand new group and a new mission. Hope to see you there for that. If not, have a great rest of your day, night, week, whatever it is till we catch you again. And I'll see you next time, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.